1,001 little words that you say, take them away, far from the place where you feel them today. Oh, see how they weigh like iron in your pockets on a warm summer day. Free from the swing and be on your way. This way. Well, it caught me by surprise when I looked into the eyes of a girl so beautiful and so delightful. With luscious hair and crimson skin, her passion knows no bounds. You'll fall in love with this courtesan tonight. She's your ruby, a singer by the sea, fulfilling all your fantasies. You're the ruby. If you follow down her horns, they'll always lead to more. Ruby, ruby, ruby. totally miss you. I really fucking miss you. I'm all alone all the time, all the time. Dude, I totally miss you. The things we did together. Where have you gone? Totally miss the honesty and special times, and honestly, I totally miss the fucked up thing you do. Dude, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. And special times, and honestly, I totally miss the fucked up thing you do. Dude, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. Special times, and honestly, totally miss the fucked up thing you do. Dude, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. All the time. Not a bad entrance of sorts, that I would say. That will be another day. That song will be another day. Go Astros, coming in hot with a follow. Love that. ITTP live as well. Sounds like a MySpace username, but yeah. 90s rave, hell yeah. Yeah, I know, it's a dubstep cover of the Mortal Kombat theme that I made when I was like 12 years ago. Wow, Christ. What is good, y'all? It's nice to see everyone with us today. It's our stream anniversary, as affiliate anniversary. I'm so good at this. So apparently, I've been doing this for a year to Twitch's liking. Let's put it that way. You feel old at 29? Approximately, I felt old at 25. So don't worry about that. It hit me at 25, and by 26, I was like, oh, this is adult. This is adult. One single adult. Proxima, we're gonna get to how we decide for your track real soon. I want to say hi to everyone and thank you for your congratulations and being first today. By the way, well done. Acute is second in the line, and how you doing? Love the Patrick. Hi, Studio Mike is what I feel like you're saying, except it's much more malicious. That feels like. Yeah, thanks. I was muted indeed. Hi, ITTP Live. Thank you very much. And Go Astros, thank you again, both of you, for that follow. It's an L in my name. LTTP Live. That's not, like, it's not easier to say. LTTP Live. My bad. Go Astros, thank you also for joining the queue. Same goes to you, LTTP Live. You get your approximate, you feel yourself getting bitter towards the youth and actively fighting it. Yeah, many times where I have to like control myself with that instinct as well. So yeah, I
but gets easier with time, I think. Hi, doing well, thank you. It's been a while since I've seen you live. It has indeed, Acute. I remember your name, your username, yet I remember not the music you produce. What type of music do you give feedback to? Global? I give it music. I don't have a distinction. I warn you that like I skew to me playing wise and mixing wise, like rock and band music, but I've produced electronic, as you guys almost heard. It's an acronym. It's bad. I'm sorry. You have nothing to be sorry about. It's not bad. It is just fun to say, like, to mispronounce things. It's like that guy that goes around and like mispronounces brands. He goes to like Walmart and it's like Walmarty. It's great. It stands for late to the party, but I think that's way too long for a Twitch handle. It's a great Twitch handle either way. Late to, like if you wrote late full to the party together, be all right. Be all right. Thanks everyone for your support. It's a nice day to be back. Just some skills. He's back. He's been back, dude. This is the week I'm back. It's literally the week I'm back. I started October 1st, and it's the affiliate anniversary. Thank you, General Tips, as you see him mention. Oh shit! Just some skills with coming in hot as well. Thank you, my dude. You are awesome. Oh man, do I have songs for you? Okay. Well, that's good, because we're going to get on this here. But I guess we got a little bit of a lineup, so we should jump into this. I ordered Domino's. I got a little something rolled, ready to go. So I'm like ready for tonight, is what I'm saying. And I'm like here to give you guys thanks and be grateful as I can be about the reason that I'm even here in the first place. So let us do that. Just some skills giving a sub to Melody, which is funny. Just some skills gifting 2 more. That is just some lovely support. 1 wasn't enough for my excitement. You know, man, you're getting me hyped as well. And we got late to the party, who's now a subscriber. So here's a fun thing, guys. For those of you who don't know, when you're a subscriber, you get to submit like a minute longer for every tier of subscription you have. So like Proxima, LTTP Live. I would let Just Some Skills do it, considering he gifted 3 today. I would let him get one minute for every sub that he gifted today, and I think that that's fair. But here's another little hack here, guys. There's a couple ways to skip the queue. As you're going to see up here in like 30 seconds, not even, you can either be the top gifter of the week, I think, of the month. I'm not sure. I have to go check because it's been a while. I haven't set those parameters. But you could be the top gifter, which now Just Some Skills is, or you can do the 500-bit $5 dono for a skip, which, yeah, there it is. Hey, look at that, right up there. So Just Some Skills, I know how you do. You come in here, you drop your subs, you wanna skip the line, and I think that's totally fair. Now, before we do, Proxima here subbed last week, this week actually, this Tuesday. Wow, time is what? And they're not sure what song they're gonna pick, so we're gonna do a little thing. But before we get to Proxima's song, we're gonna listen to Just Some Skills song. So we're gonna give you a little time to prep here. So I'd like to, I hope this works. Hey, all right, it's pretty much aligned. I'd like to introduce you to the Dice Cam. Everyone who is not familiar with it. I'm a stupid nerd. No, I'm a smart nerd, and that's why I play D&D. And so this is a 20-sided die, and we're gonna roll it. So, Proxima, on an even roll, on a roll of anything even on this 20-sided die, we're gonna go with your the actual track. On a roll of like 1, 3, 5, all the odd numbers, otherwise known as, we're gonna go with your shitpost track. All right, so we're gonna do this now. You prep your track, and then we're going to, and then we're going to jump to Just Some Skills as he cut the line with his gifted subs here. So, here we go. Come on, Nat 1. Let's see. It's a Nat 3. So yeah, it's close. That's a very me roll in my house, in my DM layer. That's a very me roll. So there you go. You get shitpost. So prep that track. Prep that track. However, for the time being, as again, Just Some Skills coming in hot with the subs is currently first. Just Some Skills, I will require your link so we can get this day started, this evening started. I'm warning y'all, I'm going to be running to grab my pizza when it gets delivered because I love y'all, but pizza. And it's not out for delivery yet, so we good. Your boy Yolitzin. Thank you very much for the follow, and how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing some music song reviews. Not reviews, feedback. Valid, pizza is greater than us. Pizza is greater than everyone, though. Like, I gotta say, like, why exist as a person without pizza is my proposition. There's a guy I know who doesn't eat any meat, sometimes fish, but, like, deprives himself morally of meat products, but cannot live without pizza. That's like, you feel the power of such a food. Okay, so you're doing okay. You like lurking music streams and you have dope vibes. So I came for the shadow. How's everyone tonight? I don't know. How is everyone tonight? Streamiversary night. How's everyone doing? We have this track here pulled up. We're going to listen to it. We're going to listen to all of it. And we're going to talk about what we like and what we think needs some work. So I'll get my notebook here. My office notebook, assistant to the regional manager. And here we go, folks. Vigilante by Joshua Cole. I like the rebrand, man. It's clean. Your name is awesome, and that looks good. So here we go, guys. Let's listen in.
The first night I laid eyes on you and made a plan. Then you said, there's a man in the way. Oh no. In my head, want you free, and you know you want me. Grab my hand, then we danced. What'll he say? Oh no. And I know it's wrong. And he'll be sitting, waiting, loading up that gun. And I take that bullet again. You know we could never be friends. With him you were just playing pretend. He brought you down, he wasn't able. But we kissed and started the end. And now he just wishes me dead. I know we shouldn't have planned, so I'm running now. I'm your vigilante. I sit by my phone in bed, waiting for a text, hoping that he doesn't have your head. Oh, finally I see that bright light that lets me know that you're alright. And now I wanna see if I can meet you later on tonight. And I know it's wrong. And he'll be sitting, waiting, loading up that gun. And I take that bullet again. You know we could never be friends. With him you were just playing pretend. He brought you down, he wasn't able. But we kissed and started the end. And now he just wishes me dead. I know we shouldn't have planned, so I'm running now. I'm your vigilante. I wish it didn't happen this way. There's so much that I wanted to say, and now I'm stuck replaying that day. It goes on and on and on and on. And I take that bullet again. You know we could never be friends. With him you were just playing pretend. He brought you down, he
That was good. That was good. Like good, you know, like beyond average good. And we have notes, but the pizza's coming, so I'll give you guys a second here. Guys, I'll be right back. Hello?
Wake up, run for your life with me. Wake up, run for your life with me. In another perfect life. In another perfect life. We run, we run, we run.
That's enough, Michael. All right. Sorry about that. It was the most comically slow transaction I've ever heard. He knocked on the wrong apartment door. I had to call him over. And then he didn't turn on his debit machine. And I was like waiting for it to turn on. I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll just put some, like music on here. I got some shit ready. Anyways. And like the receipt printer, this is a business dinner. So the receipt printer was like, it was the slowest everything I've ever seen ever from Domino's. So I got the food, we got the goods. Now, I appreciate all your patience. Let's just see what you guys were talking about while I was gone. Me bumba klats, you probably don't remember me, but I remember you. Okay, I'm glad I'm memorable, I suppose. Thank you for being here either way with us. Katonieka, third rendition, join. Thank you for coming in with the join. We got ourselves quite a list here, folks. So we're gonna get shit going here. Structure was awesome, and really enjoyed that. Structure was awesome, and the V was immaculate. I'm not sure what you mean by the V, but okay. Oh lol, I thought that buzzing was my phone. No, it was mine. It was mine. Thank you for the clap. Appreciate that, Katonieka. And Justin Skills with the actual sub himself. Appreciate your support and appreciate you being always a part of the crew. I think this is going to be like close to 8 months. It's been many months that you've subscribed to this channel, and I appreciate you. You're the longest and most supportive subscriber, hands down. Proxima with the W, I appreciate that, man. I guess you're talking about the digital song there, the Mortal Kombat remix. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for the claps, Katonieka. So yeah, hello star that is light years away. I'm not sure what that means, but he's showing you some love, Proxima. Foo Fighters cover, yes, indeed. I bet you could do Walk Well. I did, if I'm not mistaken. Did we do Walk? My cover band, I had a Foo Fighters cover band for one show, and we did a whole bunch of them. I'm not sure if Walk was one of them, or if it didn't make the cut necessarily, but this song definitely did. Run? Oh, what a song. I meant to say vibe. The B on my keyboard is buggy. Aha! The vibe is immaculate. Well, thank you. I appreciate the informed opinion. I guess if you're a musician as well, you're in the right place. Either way, you're among us. One of us. Okay, enough. Right? Let's do this thing. Just some skills. Hope you're with us, Josh. I mean, it would be funny if you weren't. But either way, I'm smelling this pizza and it's driving me crazy. But first, we've got to listen to this. No, we already did that. Fast forward in time, and we're now current time. Cool. Live stream, actually up to date. So, let's talk about this track. Let's talk about the intro here. I'm going to go back to it just because it's been a few minutes. Let's just get familiarity with it again.
Eyes on you and made a plan. Then you said.
So, let's start with talking about this intro a little bit. You want pizza? So do I. So badly. It's right there. So you have a great vibe going for the intro of this song. It's like sort of that grainy noise, piano, nice dainty riff. Nothing more necessary. The Vox come in real quick. I like that. You know I like that. And I think to a certain extent your voice needs a little more. Either you gotta, like, I would say you would pick a lane for the intro's vocals one way or the other. Either you go super intimate or you go super in your face. Because I think we're in this like middle zone for the intro vocals. Let's not talk about the rest, just for these vocals. I think we're in this like sweet spot where it's not doing us any favors. I call those fuck pockets. So like, I think we could push the vocals either a little higher or push them higher with a little bit more, low end, basically.
There's a man in the way. Oh no, in my head.
Yeah, especially if you have those backing vocals in the back that are like accompanying you with sort of light and airy and very out of the face, as opposed to in your face vocals. I think that needs a little bit better. Let's hear this.
And I take that bullet again. You know we could never be friends.
Very nice bounce, good vocals, simple lyrics.
With him you were just playing pretend. He brought you down, he wasn't able, but we kissed.
I have a suggestion. This cut is a great idea. It's a great idea. I personally would do a couple of things to this chorus though. First of all, I would save this cut for chorus 2. establishing something that we become familiar with and then changing it in the repetition, whereas establishing something different and then repeating something that isn't doing that, it's just a little bit less spark, I guess. It just gives a little less spark. It's a great idea in principle, that cut, that like sort of sweep and there's things removed. But for a first chorus, I'm not sure if it's necessary. We have to just gain familiarity with it. The other thing I would do is add an element to this chorus. So we compare it to the second chorus, for instance.
You know we could never be friends. With him you were just playing pretend.
Juicy. I love the sound. It's big, it's echoey, it's great. You've done a great job with this chorus. And we come back to this one.
With him you were just playing pretend. He brought you down.
You have references to it, it's great, but I think that considering how bare the section before it is, it would probably benefit with a little bit more of fullness. Not super, don't bring out all of your elements, but I'd say of your elements in this chorus, we might want to bring one of them back to chorus number 1, I think is a recommendable idea. Let's see, Vox flares in verse 2, let's see.
Waiting for a text, hoping that he doesn't have your head. Oh, finally I see that bright light that lets me know that you're alright. And now I wanna see if I can meet you later on tonight.
Okay, I think I know what I meant. For this verse, it's pretty straightforward. It gives some good energy. I think to a certain degree, you might need some ad-libs in the back, like, wow, like something. I don't know what it might be, but it's going to be something.
Your head. Oh.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, you guys can't hear me when the music is playing. Like, I would recommend something, just flaring a little bit, just to create some thorns in this vine. That's pretty much all I have for verse 2. I just wrote nice big chorus 2. I enjoyed myself. I think to a certain, like I keep saying to a certain extent, I think you making the cut of the energy in chorus 2 will be.
You know we could never be friends. With him you were just playing and started the end.
Yeah, like right there. Started the end. Bow down, 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 down. You know? So that's my idea. Let's see. I have one more note at the 2 more notes, or 2 real quick notes. Let me just say hi to Elf Doll. She's one of my first founding members. How you doing? Nice of you to be here with us tonight. Also, OTZ Remy. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. It's Destiny. I see you. I can't help you yet, but I see you. You do to a certain extent. I know. It's a thing. So let's go now to the chorus 3, the transition between the bridge and chorus 3. I think that's around here.
On and on and on and on. And
I think you can add a few more transitionary elements there. I think you can benefit with some sweeps, some risers, something that creates more movement from one section to the other. And you might even consider cutting the drums. Did you? Wait.
on and on and on. And
I would cut the drums for the last 4, I think. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 count. That, leave it free of drums. Boom, I cannot even pretend. Then you get to your third chorus, which is phenomenal. You're expanding, you're growing. It's the formula that successful music takes. The last note that let's just listen to it for a little bit.
I take that bullet again. You know we could never be friends. With him you.
That's nice. That's nice and big. Those lovely ad-libs in the back. A different pitch also. I know you were able to go high with those ad-libs, which is good because it stays out of the way of your main melody. So we have this beautiful high energy that's just coming in and giving us even more atmosphere. And then there's your regular riff. I do still maintain, Josh, that your vocals, they could be a little more slammed and poppy. Like, they could really benefit with something that is compressing the shit out of them. A limiter at the end of your signal chain will do your vocals wonders, and I think you could even kick up the 200 to 300 hertz in general to give yourself a little more chest and push your like pop, like produced sound vocals. We're making pop. Make some pop. That was not my last note, but my last note was this here. I may change this bass. I may change, not the riff is fine, but I would maybe do something a little less 808 sounding and a little bit more like almost wavy, very like, it keeps the like atmospheric sort of airy feel, whereas this is more like percussive and very in your face. We want to feel like vibrating a little bit. And you've done a great job just giving us one repetition of that. So overall, Josh, very well done. So I think you've done some good work on this song. Truly. Did you produce this? I don't know what's telling me this, but it sounds like something you might have actually made. Is that possible? I hope I'm right. I think I'm right. Oh, well, shit. It's just because the piano. You told me that you play piano, so I thought it was. Yeah, I know. It's just you told me you play piano, and I'm like, simple piano riff, simple drums. This is the kind of thing you'd probably be capable of producing, and then like producing to a max extent kind of thing. So, anyways, that's what I think, I guess, of your song. I think you've done a wonderful job. I think you have a couple of tweaks to do, and then it'll be ready to go. Thank you, Josh, for allowing us to listen to this song online, provide comments, criticism, feedback, what have you. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for gifting the subs and being our top sub gifter of the month. So well done with that. And just keep on coming back. You know, as long as you're the tops gifter, you know how it works, man. That said, thank you for trusting us with your track, my dude. Be sure to stick around so that we can like listen to the next couple of tracks. Josh, it's always an honor to have you here. We got a couple of people here that are new and some that are returning. Of course, as we press the next function here in the chat to get Proxima up. Proxima, I'll need your link. I'm Immutune. How you doing? Let's hold our links. As a matter of fact, for everyone, just because the chat will scroll up, and I'm not going to see your links anymore. So let's try to keep our links until it's your turn, basically. Proxima, thank you for your link. Cat, Elf, Gutsy, both as you as well. You too, Prox. Everyone is saying hello to one another. I love that. I love the love. Love me, the love. Elf Doll, of course I remember you. How could I not remember you? I'm not going to name where you're from, but I think I remember where you're from, if I'm not mistaken as well. Reese Bass, also a good idea, Elf Doll, on that end. It's not that it's going to be the best fit, but it's certainly going to be something closer to what I was imagining, I think. Two questions. Is any genre welcome? Two, what is the queue time? So, yes, number one is any genre welcome, absolutely. And the queue looks like this right now. We got a bunch of people in it right now, a bunch of people. So we're gonna try and knock off a few, but yeah, we're gonna try and get through. Do you remember me, Mike Katonieka? Something tells me about that name, and I cannot remember why. The one who made Rings of Distorted Time. That's like scratching even deeper parts of my brain. I'm sorry if I do not have the recollection offhand, but I remember something about your name, and I cannot remember which song it is in terms of sound. I'm so sorry. That said, we are gonna be listening next to this production made as a beat battle. Let's read this description together as requested. This was a 2-part beat battle where everyone made random intros, then everyone had to complete someone else's song based on that user's intro. Oh shit. So you made an intro. Oh, someone made an intro for you and then you like brought it home. I see what it is. Okay. So we're going to judge you only from 40 seconds onward. And then we're going to judge the other person before that. So, if you'd all join me in welcoming back Proxima Music. She is here with this BB collab with The Real Mad Hat, which is a decent artist name. Mad Hat made an intro. I was assigned it. Judge me in general. This is cursed. Understood. I like some curses. I like to give my players some curses sometimes. My D&D players, that is. Let's just tie our hair up, grab a slice of cheesy bread, and go. Because I'm smelling that garlic. I'm kind of losing my shit here. So I'm gonna just keep it close. Oh yeah. And let's go, folks. Give up.wave, the cursed track.
There are no stages to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this far. Just wanna tell you how I feel. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. Desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say never gonna tell you a lie.
He's pulling his cock out!
Desert you.
When? This is my first question. Oh my god. What just happened? I feel like time sort of slipped through this like material space-time. Like it kind of just Woo! If I had that as my wake-up alarm, I'd die on the spot. Agreed. Wow. That started unexpected and then it went left field from there. I have no notes. Who can have notes about this? From start to finish, this kept me guessing. If I wanted to like think critically about this, I'd have to think about it. I have to like listen to it and like I have not digested this. I have let it wash over me and like droplets of rain upon my skin after a summer shower. It is just rolling off of me, but still lingering on me like a layer. And I'm wondering, did it fucking rain just now? What the shit? What the shit? Whoa. Okay. Let's go through what you guys are saying about this, because obviously we got to talk about this a little bit. Smells like garlic. This song smells like garlic, Proxima. This song tastes purple. No, it tastes neon green. It tastes neon green. Elf Doll, yep. Wow, yep. Beautiful. Agreed. Ellipses. Prox, what was happening inside your head when you were making this? Yes, I would say is my answer. I can't breathe. This is music. This was creative to say the least. Let's just start there. I've never made hardstyle, nor have I voluntarily listened to it. I've listened to hardstyle. I've made little like tiny snippets of beats that are hardstyle, but this is Diamond style. This is beyond the Rockwell hardness chart. This is stupid, like fucking. This made me not know anything about music for a little bit. That is, I feel stupid. Is this how music feel when you're 10 grams in of mushrooms? I wish, but mushrooms felt far more introspective than that. This was more speed in my experience. This is just in my drug experience. Just saying. What have you done? She has made something necessary for the world. Something that needed to... Let's just go back to the drop for a second. Okay. So my first comment, Proxima, nobody asked you to go to hardstyle for this song. That is really hardcore. And it's a switch, but it's a choice. You said at some point you wanted to match, you right here actually, I'm at those part of the comments because I can't keep up with y'all. I had to match Matt's Freak. You matched him, and then you raised. You like kind of slid your chips in, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm all in. So good job for that. I think that mission was accomplished. You took his weirdness, and you're like, I'll see you, and give me your car keys. How is this good? I don't know, but it is. It's not bad. I don't hate it. It's like aggressive. And it's not something that I'd listen to like just on a day of doing some chores around the house. I'm not going to lie to you. It's too hardcore for that. But it's like, I listen to clowncore. I don't know if anybody knows who clowncore is. That shit is masterful music. It's masterful production. Not so much production, but it's masterful songwriting. And it is masterful in general. General Tips, what's good, man? I thought I saw your name in the chat before, but it scrolled by way too fast. But nice to see you, man. I'm happy you're here with us on our stream anniversary, nonetheless. No less. I make real music. Mez made it. Thank you very much for the follow. I did my worst. Well, this is my point: is that you went in on an angle and you succeeded on that angle. So there's no reason to talk about whether or not I have comments or criticism on it. I think you succeeded in your mission. You went the weirdest possible. Truly, the weirdest possible. And I applaud you for it. Is this the new Mozart banger? Yeah, you can say that. You're an evil scientist in the form of a music producer. Proxima, Sons of Dark Quartz. Hell yeah. Whoa, you said my song's name? That's so meta. Are you a psychic? What is your song's name? I want to know. Now you got me curious. Now I'm thinking, do I have magical powers? And if so, why aren't I a wizard? I'm obviously a wizard. Is your sub notification closed? I don't think so. It's we got a couple of people subbing today. Our latest subscriber is Just Some Skills. It says so right here. It should register. But you're a sub now. I see that. What the fuck? How'd you fuck? I don't know. Thank you very much, Elfdoll, for being a subscriber with us. That is something that I now do see. The song sounds like the textures of relish. Well said, Emu Tune. Very well said. Tungsten carbide. I love tungsten carbide. It's a great material. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think that they should play this to people as a form of torture. Oh, Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play it on repeat, it's like a lot of aggressive frequencies are on repeat. It actually can burst eardrums if played at less excessive volumes than some other genres of music. Let's say that. Yateen. Okay, what the fuck is this shit? It's music. Somehow. I'm out. Fuck all that. All right, bye. You're having less fun than we are. Yeah, Proxima, just let's not pretend. That's how it'd be. Thank you. I love Clowncore. Awesome. I'm glad you guys like Clowncore. Honestly, I liked it, but I listened to Extra Tone. I don't know what Extra Tone is. They're so talented. Hey, what's up? Can I submit? You can definitely submit. You have to join the queue. We got a long ass queue. And you did already, and I'm just getting to that part in the chat because y'all are slow. Y'all are fast, I mean. Drummer Clown is not is absolutely not Lewis Cole. Nope, not him. It so is. It's okay. You're being sarcastic. My song's name is Linger. I was high. Oh, Linger is a good song name. Honestly, I won't lie to you. Extra Tone is fucking insane. The tempo is so fast that the drums turn into notes. That's how they made. I know everyone's gonna hate me for knowing this about. Yabi, No Riz, what's good? Thank you for the follow. I know everyone's gonna like hate on me for mentioning this as an example, but that's how they made that. I think it's the Avicii. Sons of Dark Quartz coming in hot with the follow as well. Thank you very much. I think that song was made with a sped up kick, if I'm not mistaken. And it is a way of composing. I'm down to hear some of that. Proxima, what do you want me to say? I mean, there's nothing to be said in my opinion. It is, you achieved the mission you were setting out. I can't possibly offer mixing insight or anything to improve this. It is the most of what it can be. Do you release it? First, you get Mad Hat's permission. Then absolutely release it. But like, I would specify, like you have that description which is going to help for context. But I would specify not just with the title. I would put it in like a playlist of like experimental, like specifically release it under the tag. Not just electronic, but experimental, and like put it under your like sound project or sound science playlist or something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm glad you have his permission. That's good. I mean, I'm doing hypertone. I don't know what that means, but if it is sexual, congratulations. All right. Either way, Proxima, I think you should release it. I think you should demonstrate to people the extent of your skill and some would have said lack thereof, but I'm mature enough to realize that's not the case. That this is a choice, not a lack of skill. I'm just making the joke without meaning it. This is what I'm doing here. I have 2 experimental shitpo releases already. It'll fit in. That's beautiful. Like again, have a category clearly defined so that people, when they go there, they know what they're going for. I think that's the best service you can do to your community. So I think that's what you should do. Hypertone means BPMs over 1.2 million. Oh, it's a genre of music. I thought it was an artist. I'm so sorry, Katonieka. Thank you for the clarification. And that is an insane amount of BPMs. I don't even feel like trying to calculate how many just to make a standard 4-bar pattern. I love this type of stuff. Musicality emerging from playing something that shouldn't be very musical at insane speeds. Yeah, dude. It's an experimental way of producing really cool art. Electronic is limitless, and we're still right at the beginning. I know, right? It's fucking crazy. We have quite a ways to go here, folks. We have quite a list here, as I'm seeing. So let us proceed. Either way, Proxima, thank you for sharing that with us, for allowing us to listen to that. Provide comments, criticism, and feedback. Tell Mad Hat. Yeah. Just tell him that. Just tell him like, yeah. Either way, appreciate you being with us. Appreciate you being a subscriber as always, and thank you for trusting us with your track. And also, do me a favor and tell yourself, yeah, because I didn't think it was gonna get weirder. I thought you were gonna like mellow it out and bring it to a place that's like more musical. Let's shorten the word that I unnecessarily lengthened. I thought that was gonna be the case, and then you caught me completely off guard, and I respect that. That is respectable. So thank you for trusting us with your track. Guys, we're moving down the list. Proxima, feel free to stick around, of course, as we listen to Acute. Hilarious how we were all just stunned by Proxima's track, tongue-tied on how to give any feedback. It's a track that transcends feedback. That's sort of like, I think, where we're standing here on this one. It's like, I don't really know what we could possibly say about that to make it better. It wasn't designed to be better. It was designed to be the best. No, seriously, Proxima, you take chances and you get places one way or the other. No, I'm last. You are not quite last, Elf. You're not quite last. I gotta pull up this list again here. No. You're 7th out of 10th. Jesus Christ. Got a long list here, folks. Let's get through it. All right. We're gonna jump right in here, Acute. Now, we're gonna be listening to 2 minutes of this, and we're going to be getting through probably to about that midpoint here where it drops off. But yeah. Let's go. Three's a Pair by Acute. I love that name. I love screaming it out at the top of my lungs. It's great. So here we go. Three's a Pair. We're going to stop there. You said give it 3 minutes, you'll hear the switch up. Let's hear the switch up real quick. That's nice. That's very nice. I love that vibe change. It's a very, very nice feel. I think you've done a good job with that switch up. Let's hear what you guys are saying here. 15 minutes ago. Oh yeah, it's fucking fresh. Fresh cooked. Thanks for the warm welcome. My pleasure. Acute. Acutos has some sick killer tracks. I think it's like the second track I've heard. No, I've heard a couple from you. Either way, I'll take your word for it. General tips. Go Astros. I'm spinning around in my chair. Yeah, it's groovy. This is very different from what you do. I love it so far. It was a composition challenge. I gave myself 3 instruments only. Oh yeah, it's true. There's a bass, there's a drum, and there's a lead. And that's it. Pretty good, dude. Did you like include sweeps and stuff in that, or like for like effects and stuff, you kind of let yourself give yourself a little bit of a break there? I'm curious, because it's hard. 3 instruments, 3-piece bands are hard. It's hard to play in a 3-piece band. But let's listen back to that intro for a minute because I have a comment on it. I'm not sure the volume swell is my favorite. I would have done maybe a frequency swell on that point, like a sort of an unraveling here. Let's hear it again. Yeah, so I agree that some volume automation there is a good idea, but we're talking a jump of like 5-10 dB with one instrument. That's like a lot unless you have everything fading in, which is hard to make not sound cheesy. So I'll give you that. But maybe 2 to 3 dB volume rise. But what you do is you keep it around the same volume it's going to end up at, but like reduce it just a tiny bit. And then you low pass. You low pass, and then you just automate that frequency of the low pass to just uncover all the frequencies of your it sounds like a Rhodes or a Wurlitzer. It sounds like one of those two. I think it's a Rhodes more than a Wurlitzer, actually. Beautiful sound. I love the electric piano sound so goddamn much. I try to include it in a lot of my songs now because it's so beautiful. Yeah, I would do that more than a volume swell at the beginning. Let's hear in the drop here, or not in the drop, but the change-ups, man. The change-ups are beautiful. They just take me off, but I could jump back on at any time I want. You're just sort of like, you're like a cruise director. You're taking me on this beautiful sailing voyage, and then you're stopping off at a port to like show us around for this verse, for the end of this bar. You're just like giving us a tour. Oh, let's explore a little bit. No, let's come back now. You're just making me feel safe enough so that those change-ups just catch me off guard every time, and I'm like, take me. That's what I love. I love that. So well done on that. I'd say for your bass, for your sub, your one instrument, there are some moments where it is very prominent, and then there are some other moments a little bit later if I'm... Yeah, those moments there a little bit. You're gonna probably want to take a page out of the electric bass, actual bass guitar, and boost a little bit more in the 300-400 range, just so you get a little more of the low mids meat of the bass. Not so much the low mids themselves, because we got plenty of that. But I think just adding in a little hair of meat, like not high end but not low end, is really in that 3 to 500, depending on the synth and the texture you use. Just give a little bit, and it's not going to be everywhere. So just maybe separate yourself out of the track or automate your EQ. Either way, you could go really extreme with it and like have a multi-band compressor or like a dynamic EQ, and in those frequencies, whenever the kick, you could like reverse sidechain it basically, where whenever the kick comes in, you could boost those frequencies and lower the bass frequency. So that's the way you kind of automate that bass with that kick. Just because we have so few elements, we could really play around with them and juice them. We don't really have to worry about them stepping on each other, except for the kick and the bass's sub frequencies, which is why I'm proposing maybe having a multi-band trigger the low frequencies when the kick comes in, but trigger those mid frequencies to come up so that the kick doesn't mask them, and then keeping them at that higher level is going to be a challenge. It's going to be like so that it doesn't go like that's going to be a bit more of a challenge. So you're going to have to find that balance point, bringing it up to a decent level throughout, and then just making sure the kick doesn't mask them. And that's that. The last thing I think is here. So, it's funny because I suggested doing the opposite of this at the beginning of your track, but I don't love it here. I don't love it here. It's like, it is a good fade of sorts, but I don't know, it just makes the song feel weak. And I don't love that because it's such a strong track otherwise that it's reducing your like effectivity. That's a word, I think, right? I think effectivity, effectiveness more. It's reducing the effectiveness of the break. So I think you should just like jump into it. We just jump into a break. That would be the easiest way of going about it. Do you review any genre, Yabin Riz? Yes, I do, Yabin Riz. Yabin Riz. It sounds like a bit of a Polish Jewish name kind of thing. Interesting. Yabin Riz. I don't know if I'm getting that right. Either way. Happy Philly Day anniversary. I have no idea why you told me to say this. Me neither. But thank you, Oyal. I appreciate that. It's been a year since we've been streaming as an affiliate, so here we are. Effectivity, yes. Yeah, that's a word. Okay, cool. I agree. Going to be tricky finding a fun way to kick into the 6/8 without a fade, but I'm here for it. I have an idea. Think about, there's a lot of beats and a lot of songs like Tool on the song The Pot. There's a 3/4 section where the bass just goes like daga 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 kaga daga daga kata daga 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 kaga daga daga kata daga 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 daga, and so it's like a 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, which is a 6/8 pattern technically. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1. Thank you, Hi Aries. Appreciate that. And then the snare and the crash is on the 4. Use that as your muse. If you do a 3/4 like drum beat, I think you could get a nice little transition going there. So yeah, I think that might be the move here, dude. And I think that would be maybe a centralized point, is like you cut out of your drums and then your drums come in with a pattern like, excuse me, something like something like that, something like that. I don't know. Take it from there. What do we got here? Yabino Riz, you know. Yo, what's up, Prod by 7 even? Appreciate you being with us. Sounds like a good starting point. I'm glad. Hi Aries, thanks for joining the queue, and same to you, Prod by even. Either way, I think that pretty much concludes what I got here. I really appreciate you submitting your song, allowing us to listen to it online, provide comments, criticism, feedback, and what have you. It's a good song. Let's just because I love the transition, I'm gonna skip once more to this part. Awesome job. Let me just hear one more thing. Let me hear. Dude, you don't even have to go. Dude, you have the same tempo. It's just halftime triplets. So you don't even have to really do that much of a transition. It's still 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. That's great. That's it down. That's the cat. That's the down. That's the cat. You could very well just you could very well, if I'm not mistaken, my electronic drums are not working right now. And don't ask me why I have this hat here. But you could. Hold up. Drums full. Work. Thank you. So you go. Yeah, so it's like you could very well start by going halftime. No, start by going halftime. Something like that. I tipped over my drum throne. That's my idea, I believe. That's my idea. I think that would be like the move a little bit towards from one toward the other. That would be my recommendation. So yeah, the hat's on. Let's go. I need this shuffle sauce here. Time to hit a Purdy Beyond the Grave. Yeah, dude. I'm probably gonna sit here and hit drums for a couple hours until something clicks. Well, if you play drums, that's even better. Yeah, for sure. Dude, inspire yourself from the drums. It's definitely the move. For sure. Either way, cute. Thank you for trusting us with your track. Appreciate you being with us here. And great track. You got a great track. I don't think you're gonna have much problem making this a banger. Honestly, just putting it out there. Just, you know. We got quite a lineup here, folks. We've got Go Astris, who is next. We're going to pull up their song here. And apologies for not having actual drum sounds. Been having issues with my computer. I'm like this close to saying, fuck this fund. I'm going to just go into debt. I'm just going to buy a Mac Studio with debt. Because it's pitiable that I don't have access to my tools. And yesterday I was recording something that I posted today, and it was like I almost turned my drums over in frustration for not being able to record my drums. I was so mad, but I made it happen. I still released the track, and it's out on like Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit, Instagram, and what's the other one? YouTube. It's on my YouTube. It's on the YouTube channel for the stream. It's a D&D thing, so if you don't watch Critical Role, it's not going to be relevant to you. But it's like a 50-second like cover of a song from a show called The Legend of Vox Machina. If you know what it is, you know what it is, and you love it. If not, it's just a cool little 50-second song. So go and check it out. All right, Avayu, Go Astris. My name is different on platforms, by the way. That's okay. Avayu. I don't know if that's the way you pronounce that, but it's the way I'm going to pronounce it for now. Avayu. Should be called Your Way or Have It Your Way. I'm not sure. Anyways, work in progress. So yeah. Okay. Well, Astris, we're going to listen to 2 minutes of this, and we're going to go through it and talk about what we think about it. So here we go, folks. I'm going to grab myself another slice of pizza because it's pretty good. Did you know? I don't know if this is just in Canada, but did you know on the Domino's app you can ask them to put like garlic seasoning on your pizza? Makes all the difference. It tastes like actually respectable after that, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, I make my own pizza, so whatever. Here we go. Have It Your Way / maybe Your Way, depending on how we go about it, by Avayu. Go Astris. Let's listen to this.
I was with it all, yeah. Little summer 24, but the seasons came fast. Cool in the summertime, bro, I thought we was locked in for life. Caught me by surprise, look me in the eyes, tell me all your lies. You can have it your way. You can have it your way. I was throwing up your vibe, yeah. I can hear that you always outside. Where was you at when it was 3 a.m. at night? I know. Treating me like you was lay low. I'm your main thing, not a side piece, don't be fake, ho. I got key inside, I can see from different angles. I thought we was cool cause you seem fine, but if you wanna hear me say, you can have it your way. You can have it your way. You can have it your way. You Bro, I was with it all. I was with it all, yo. Then the summer turned to fall, but the seasons came fast.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. Okay. Let's start by saying, nice aesthetic, man. Like, the aesthetic itself is very wishy-washy, loose, airy, like, it's floaty and at the same time super heavy. It makes me feel, let me put this into visual terms. It makes me feel like I'm floating in the ocean, but I'm slowly being pulled down by a really, like, heavy anchor. But I don't feel it pulling me down. I just feel like I'm floating, but I notice I can't move forward. I can't, like, proceed. I just don't know what's wrong, and I don't feel this thing tugging at my ankle, making me, like, so low to the ground, or technically low to the seafloor. That's what I feel. Those are, like, non-logical emotion, what's the word? Analogy. Thank you. Go Astros. I appreciate that. It's giving Don Tolliver a bit of, I don't know that person, but it is really cool. It is a little rough. Here's the reasons that I think you're right about that. First of all, that big reverb, my personal opinion. Okay, let me start by saying this, Astros. You did this all, right? As Avayu, you produced, you rap or sang and mixed, mastered. You did all of that, correct? I'm pretty sure that you're responsible for this on the whole, on the whole. Oh, God. Okay. So someone made the beat for you. That's cool. So, I shouldn't have taken a bite. I was debating doing it, and then I did it. I shouldn't have done it. So, I think the reverb on your vocals is a bit unearned in the sense that you start with it. I would start without it or with a much lighter reverb and then throw it on for your first chorus and then keep it on for the rest of the song. That first verse, let's go back to it a little bit.
Summertime.
Little bit of a long intro as well, if I'm being honest with you. You might be able to cut that in half and your song might be a little bit feeling a little bit better because it is kind of slow and dragging all the song. So you might want to spare the audience that feeling for when the beat comes in. You know what I mean? I just think it might be a little long, your intro. But yeah, definitely way too long, this intro. Just gotta say.
The summer turned to fall, but the seasons came fast.
Yeah, as soon as I play it, I feel like I'm right about this. Your reverb does need to sort of back off. You need to make a little more intimate voice. You need to have it a little deeper and a little more boomy. Have your vocals be a little bit more sexy, frankly. And then when the chorus comes in and you put that big reverb on, ooh, that is even more sexy. That's first things first. Now, let's move to your chorus. Let's talk.
Wait. You lost it. You can have it your way. You can have it your way.
Nice. Simplest lyrics you're going to come across. Chorus. That's chorus material. People screaming, you can have it your way. And I see you holding the mic up and holding it up to the audience and telling them to sing it. Because everyone can sing that. That's a really good, like, catchy chorus. But! And I scream but strategically because I think your chorus, other than that, is quite hollow. It needs other lead elements. It needs things that are titillating us, that there is more coming. So it could be as simple as like a, what's it called? One of those, Jesus, I didn't clean up for this stream. I decided I was streaming like 20 minutes before I actually got online, so. Nope. Where the fuck? There. It could be as simple a thing as that. Something like that, like a little square wave kind of riff, low pass, so that you don't hear too much of the high frequencies with a little bit of echo and stuff. Like just between the you can have it your way. So yeah, got it. I can't produce at all, but I can do vocal chops. You can do both. I'm not talking like make a masterful synth here. I'm talking one square wave and just kind of like write out a melody you think is good. But yes, if you really don't feel confident at all with synths, vocal chops is a good like you can have it your way. Hey, you can have it your way. That's good. That's good filler. That is a good filler. So yeah, good idea. Vocal chops is a good idea, actually. Last thing, your last chorus. Let's go to it real quick. Sorry, no. The break into verse 3. My mistake. Sorry, that was the wrong part. I wrote the wrong thing.
I was with the dog. Cool in the summertime. Rocked up.
That section there, it just sounds like more of what we've already heard. It doesn't really add anything new. It's not so much a bridge as it is just existing in your song. And I do agree that a break is a good idea after your second chorus, a bridge of sorts, but I think something new has to come here. Maybe something with a little faster lyrics. You could have it your way. You know, like something that gives us a different element from the rest of the song. We don't need a third verse, I think. We need a... Murat, OCT, appreciate the follow. Thank you for being with us tonight. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Adequate living situation. I wish I had an adequate living situation. When you said filler, you did a little thing with your hands that kind of looked like you're rolling up a fat J. Well, it's not fat, but we're about to pop this in like the next several minutes. Yeah, need to switch up the lyrics and flow. I was thinking the same thing going in the last chorus. Good, then do so. Can I submit a YouTube link for feedback? So first of all, no, YouTube is just a non-platform, unfortunately, for this stream for so many reasons that I'll tell you on your turn, I promise. But SoundCloud only. But you got to jump in the queue because we got a whole queue of people waiting. So when you jump in the queue, you get in line, and then when it's your turn, SoundCloud, please and thank you, and I appreciate the accommodation. Either way, I believe that was my last comment for your song here, Astris/Avayu. We are very grateful for you to be coming by this evening and dropping a track and letting us listen to the track and comment on it, provide feedback, critique, analysis, what have you. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. And has my camera been out of focus this entire time? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Astris, for trusting us with your track. We appreciate that very much. Feel free to stick around. We got ourselves quite the queue. We got ourselves quite the audience this evening. I appreciate every single one of y'all being with us on this, my streamiversary. Affiliate anniversary stream is just too cumbersome in the mouth. You know what I mean? That guy 69, 69, 69, 69, 60. Don't think I didn't see that 0. Do you do song requests? Yeah. I mean, I'm not very, qualified in this feedback stream, but, I can play songs. Yes, I can. I am available. Get in the queue, and if you want to use your turn for me to play a song for you, then do so. Please do. All right, that's Late to the Party Live. I'm pulling up your track. Happy anniversary, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Can I request a song? Okay. So, yeah. I'm not gonna play, I don't know if you know what I mean by request a song. I'm a musician, so I play songs live. I'm not gonna just go on YouTube and search someone's song and play it, if that's what you think I was gonna do, just for the record. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not a DJ. You know what I mean? I'm a feedback streamer and a musician. So, okay, cool. Please be in mind that I was way too high when I made this, so beware and listen to it as if you were high as well and float away. Well, late to the party. Why pretend? Why be a poser? Why be a frickin' phony, as Holden Caulfield would say? I missed that one. There we go. That's a little better. All right, let's spark it up a little bit. Let's get in the mood. 2 Steps Ahead, amazing. Thank you very much. We were smoking the Doctor this evening. That's that particular strain. It's a good old reliable, in my opinion. Nice, like, blended indica sativa strain. And what's more, I don't know where y'all are living, but here, it's perfectly legal. So, Canada for the win in that sense. So I'm not unallowed to smoke on my stream and talk about it because I've put the warning in my stream. When you come in, you got to agree that this is a mature content only. And it's legal where I'm at. Here we go. The Doctor's the bomb, man. It's not where I live is not legal, but I got connections. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Linger. That's the track you were talking about. I did say the word linger. It's the rain lingering on your skin as a second layer almost, describing the hardstyle song that washed over us via Proxima Music. Pepperoni. So, yeah, let's go. Let's listen to it. 804 is your artist name. And Linger. Let's listen to this song. I love that word. Linger. Linger. You know? Let's hear it. I can appreciate it. I'll tell you like what I think about it first. It's in general, it has a very loungy sort of I want to say corporate event style casualness about it. I say this because I work a lot of corporate events. I do sound. I'm a sound engineer in like actual life. Not that this is actual life, of course. I'm not actually before this camera. I'm just all a simulation. But in the real world, I do sound engineering for like corporate events, conferences, and that kind of stuff, as well as for bands and for shows. That's where I prefer bands and music in general, but corporate is where the money is at, am I right? So just take the money out of those rich pockets as much as you can, folks. Just try and do it. So you remind me with this song of a lot of the music that plays in between like events and during on breaks and stuff like that. That's not a bad thing. That means there's a huge market for it. That means there's a lot of people who are going to be paying money for this kind of music. So, yeah, it's you should take it as a compliment. You really should, because marketability is not a bad quality. Now, it's nowhere near as ingenious necessarily as Proxima Music's track. I think you'll agree. But we're not here for that. We're here to do something a little bit simpler, a little more casual, a little in and out. And we're going to approach it with that sense. With that sense in mind, I still do think that the chorus, no, let's go back a couple of sections, and there's no chorus in this. It's an electronic song. There's only drops and releases. Michael, I think your intro is a little long. in that it doesn't need to be so repetitive with like so few elements changing throughout. I think that even for corporate events, it's sort of all about the build. I think even if you were to put in like a little, nope. Hold on, let me just hear. Yeah, so what I think you should do, I got this little sound here. It's cute. It's like a synth string, kind of like cheap, generic Casio keyboard synth sound, which is exactly what that is. And even just that, with like very minimal volume coming in around 10 seconds and then building over time, almost acting as like a sweep, that is generic enough and yet very smooth and changing thing. You could like, if you really want to get funky with it, you put a rising, like a string, one note, just that B, just riding on the B. Not the root note, actually. I'm describing, the root note's a good idea, but for this intro, I think you should do the dominant and not the tonic. I think you should do the opposite, the fifth, the most, what's the word? Contra, like the one that combats the tonic the most. And the reason I think you should do one that does not settle us in one place musically, but makes us feel like we are the farthest away from home is, you're in your intro. You want people to go to the next section. You want people to feel suspense so that eventually when this drops, you have it in there. You have it in there. It's fading out. It's perfect. It's like as if you were anticipating yourself. Yeah, for sure. Carry that through the intro. Make that rising note start 10 seconds in and then just have it come in. You have a resonance of that note right here. It's great. You want to do it, so do it. That's a great way to like make the string, tie the intro together a little bit more. And like I was gonna say, if you want to get really funky with it, you can apply different effects to it. So like for 5 seconds, you put a chorus on it. For 5 seconds, you put a phaser on it. For 5 seconds, you put a flanger on it. For 5 seconds, you put a ring shifter on it. And then once you just let that go in the chorus, all of that change, that subtle, only texturally, frequentially textural sound that is shifting throughout that intro, when it lets go and you're finally in your root note of E, which is what is going on here. The drop comes, gives us a feeling of coming right the fuck home. That's exactly what I wanted for your track. So that's, not only is the intro can be this long, but you got to do it in interesting ways like I'm describing here. Is it me or did the beat start on an off time? I'm just going to review that. Nope, it was me. Never mind. It was my computer that skipped. Never mind. I didn't say anything. Your stereo image, by the way, is great. I like the things that you're spreading left and right. I like your use of the left and right spectrum. You're doing a good job with that, so keep that up. Your break! This is where I got the idea, dude. You're already doing it in your break. I'm like, am I crazy or is this song already had it the whole time? You're doing it in your break. So I feel like the break is a little long. The reason I feel the break is a little long is for the simple reason that this song in and of itself is short, and it feels like kind of like we have not arrived to a point where we need a break yet. I need more drop. So yeah, I think you could just work with that. Nah, bro, it was just high when I made this. Well, fucking smoke it up and keep making it, man. Let's just finish it up. Finish it up. I'm telling you, this is the kind of shit that I would download this when it's finished, when it's a full song. I would download this on my personal phone and bring this to gigs with me so that if ever the client goes, oh, well, we don't have any music. Do you have any? Yes, click. Here's some good music, you know? But that happens all the fucking time, by the way. I just want to let you guys know. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about your song, though, dude. Like, it's honestly well produced. It's well arranged. It just needs now more expansion and more, like, forethought into what's going before and what's coming after. And apart from that, you're doing a great job, I think. So thank you for allowing us to listen to the track. You were saying, what are you saying? Wait, bro, you entering my state of mind when I made this song because you're also getting high? Bro, are we a hive mind? Show me your bee wings right now. Show me those bee's wings. Show me your ant antenna. I want to see. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I guess I am high. So the answer is yes. Thank you very much, Late to the Party Live, for allowing us to listen to the song, talk about it, to provide comments, criticism, feedback, and analysis, what have you. Thank you for trusting us with this track. And looking forward to hearing it finished so that I can bring it to some conferences and have people wonder what song that is. Don't take it personally. They just don't listen to the music. But that's pretty much the reality of things. Thank you either way. Late to the Party Live. Glad to have you. Glad that someone gifted you a sub. Yeah, not that you needed it, but either way. Hey! Robert Burgee. Join with the link. Thank you very much for joining the queue. You hold your links until it's your turn, just like It's Destiny did when he saw it pop up in the chat. That's when you submit your link. It's Destiny, we do have your track pulled up here. All right, man, for sure. Thanks either way, Late to the Party Live. Feel free to stick around as we listen to Destiny's track called Mental Games, released on the 1st of September. Well, if it's released, what feedback am I going to give it? What will matter in terms of feedback? No, I'm just playing. We're going to listen to pretty much the entire thing of this. Might miss about 20 or 30 seconds, yeah, but whatever. Oh yeah, it's private but released. Okay, I see. I see what's going on here. Let's not tarry on any longer. Let me grab myself another slice of pizza, because this shit's good. Pepperoni, onion, extra cheese, and extra seasoning. Right? What do you know? Right? It's like you don't need much more than that. And the onions are not overcooked today. They're actually pretty crispy, so it's pretty tasty. I'm loving Domino's tonight. I've had comments and complaints about them in the past. I should do a feedback stream on Domino's. All right, here we go. Mental Games by Destiny. Let's listen. And that's what we're gonna call that. That's lovely. Okay, so good job. I wasn't expecting it to drop into something a little more aggressive. Honestly, I was not it was not in my horizons for the way the track was starting. So good job catching me off guard there. I think that these vocals here at the beginning of this song. I think they're a little spacey. What do you guys think? No, yeah, they're quite spacey, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's just that I don't love the texture. I know it's contrast. It does contrast the song's texture. So you're on the right track, but I'm not sure I love that texture in particular. Unfortunately, I don't have a better idea, so I'm just kind of saying like, I don't like it. But that's all I got right now. No, I think that there is a better sound for your thing. I know what you're going for, but I can't put my finger on what it's got to be. But it ain't it. I guess that's how I'll say it so much. Question, are there going to be rap vocals on like any of the breaks or of the builds or anything like that? Are there going to be like rapping or lyrics of some kind besides like those background elements? Is that on the horizon, if you will? Because that will... No, only that. Okay. It's not a bad thing. I just see a little bit of empty space here, and it would sound like really good with some Foreign Beggars style rapping here on those sections, and then you drop into it with your really hardcore beats and like tagging some vocals that, you know, are coming in that part. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's what the track needs. Maybe not. I don't know. It's an idea, so not so much as a compulsion. It would be what I would be compelled to do myself, but I'm not going to like compel someone else to do it necessarily. The drop. Let's go to the drop for a second. First of all, let's talk about that transition. I think you could do a little better and enhance that swirling effect a little bit more than just uncovering your frequencies. That's what I hear. Maybe you boosted the Q a little bit, the peak frequency a little bit, but I think you could do better effects-wise. I think you could make a swirl into oblivion a little more effectively. Yeah. Adding some sweeps, adding some risers of some kind that enhances those effects. You don't want it to sound different necessarily, but you want us to swirl into nothing before you give us wow. You know, like we need that effective transition. So I think that's important. Another thing about your drop. I need more kick. Next point. No, I mean, that's honestly, I think the texture of your kick is okay, but I think you could do well to add in a very deep subby layer to that. Matter of fact, I don't think there's any argument about it. I think that's what it needs. So I did have a comment that I wrote down about this, but it is my last comment, and it's a good comment. I really like the way that you switch up your beat. I really like the twisting and turning. It's like you at this point you're swirling us a little bit more effectively, but it's like very hip hop, and it does further sort of my point to before where rap vocals, like a twin rap duet of Foreign Beggars style rapping, a UK style rapping would really benefit the song, but it wouldn't like take it away to not have it. It just, I think it would add to it. And I think to a certain extent, this beat in and of itself is interesting enough to stand on its own feet. So I'm liking that. So it was more of a good job than anything else. Let's just listen real quick to the last part of your song here, just because I don't feel like there's much more. Okay, so same comment about the kick. You need it higher in your you need us to really like feel it in our chest and in our throat mostly. So once that happens, I think you're at the right level. But apart from that, that's pretty good. I think that's my last comment. Let's see if you all said something about it. Not really much. Elf, you need to take a shower. Man, I'll make it to my queue. Can I submit afterwards if I don't make it? Sure, yeah, I'll keep an eye on the queue and I'll let you know. I'll like try and shout you out before I go to you next. Otherwise, I'll put you next on the list. Go for it, man. No problem whatsoever. Either way, Is Destiny, I appreciate you submitting this track, allowing us to listen to it, comment on it, provide criticism, feedback, comments, what have you on it. I think it's on its way. I don't really think that there's much more to do it. All my notes are very, you could try this. You should do this, except for the kick. The kick does need it. And I think that synth at the beginning could be better, but I guess my brain is not coming up with a solution for that one, so no worries. Either way, thank you for trusting us with your track. Very much appreciated. Stick around, Destiny, as we move on to the next track and the next person. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being with us and for allowing us to listen to your song, man. Okay, Bruce, nice to see you, man. I'll say hi in a minute. Let me just take a chug of this water, as requested by Sons of Dark Quartz. As it's his turn on top of it. Jeez. He's a wall of force here. How you been doing? Hopefully making money. Happy streamiversary. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, K. Bruce. Been making, been paying the bills. Let's say it that way. Been paying the bills. And I'm happy about that. So things are going a little bit better than like last winter, for instance, when I was streaming the most, which is funny, but also kind of in a tough spot. Things are going better than that now, though. Thank you so much, my dude. Let's pull up this track here by Sekegari. It's an interesting artist name. Cargoes. That's cool. Cool title, I suppose. How you doing, K. Bruce, by the way? What are you doing? Hoping you're making some fucking cash on you. Let's go. Let's listen to Cargoes by Sekegari and then talk about it afterwards. Ooh, new page. First new page of the night. Let's go. Okay. That was interesting. I am reminded of a Montreal band called The Gaze that produces music like this, where it's very raw electro, but still electro-acoustic sort of sounding. Like a solo artist that he basically does everything. He records all of his own instruments and then he like resamples them and distorts them and mixes them and masters them himself. It reminds me a lot of a band from where I'm from in Montreal. It reminds me of that texture. I do have some comments here. I think that we need to maybe look at twice at the... Hey-oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Kantonieka. You like to clap. That's good. Clapping is good. Trying to make more music. Not really cash savvy, but I got a good raise this month, so better last winter as well. Oh, good. Nice. Good to hear, Keepers. So, I think Sekegari / Sons of Dark Quartz. I love Sons of Dark Quartz as like a name, by the way. I think you need to start, first of all, by kind of defining the sections of your songs as what they are a little bit. So like a verse, a chorus, a bridge, that kind of stuff. I think you need to make those distinctions and those delineations first. Just like if you wrote your song on a piece of paper, if you took this wave, this entire wave, where does like verse 1 start and end? Where does the intro end? Like stuff like that. First thing we got to do is we got to break it down. And the reason that I think you need to do that first is because I think you need to maybe think in terms of sectional songs, like sectionality within the song. Like you need to apply a little more sectionality within your songs. I think it would be beneficial for you to change the texture within those sections a little bit more. This feels like kind of a bit first drafty in a way. And I don't necessarily think that it's to the benefit of the content or the sound that you've chosen necessarily. I think it might do with a little more work. I've definitely done that in the past. It's very experimental, so I kind of wrote it without a lot of structuring. Have very fun. Thank you for mentioning. Yeah, okay, so I mean, it's good that you approach this with a more experimental point of view. That's what it does sound like a little bit. I have a hard time thinking that this is a finished project. This is the thing. It's like I see this as a brainstorm of sorts. And that a little more like snipping and a little more afterthought needs to go into it. Excuse me. Now, I think to exemplify that a little bit, there are a couple of ways that I was going to suggest doing that. Namely, changing up some of the textures in your synths. The vocals, adding doubles, ad-libs, harmonies, those kind of things, adding to your vocals so that it's not the same texture throughout. This is a very linear piece. Even though there are repeating lyrical sections, the music itself does seem to power through. And unfortunately, it's not progressive enough to be called a progressive song, but it's not repetitive enough to be in like the pop category. It's somewhere in this limbo state. And I don't mind it being experimental. I don't mind it being progressive, but then you have to exhibit the qualities of that so that it doesn't just become repetitive, which is, I feel, what is happening here. Like, for instance, a trick I like to do is I like to go to the first and last chorus and see if it sounds the same. So we're going to do that. Yeah. I don't love that a chorus stays the same from the first to the end, the start to the end of the song. It like there needs to be growth within this track. So yeah, I think that is a necessary step. I think so. I'd like to hear about the mix a little. Been told it's quite low MIDI in a sense. Let's hear a section. Baby, let's be clear. I don't wanna learn somebody who dish my sound. It is low MIDI. There's not enough sub. There's not enough sub frequency. There's a lot of dipping and a lot of high mids, and there's not much love in the high sections. Also, you know where else there's no love? In the left and right. R.I.P. 2 ears. We just need one speaker from that for this song. You have a whole spectrum of audio to exploit. You have this whole left and right image, and I'm hearing stuff staying around here. Now that's nice for a time. If this song opens up in every way, honestly, in arrangement and composition and sound-wise, like a stereoscopically, you're going to have a better song, I think. Then I wrote harmonies and doubles and ad-libs, but I think I already talked about that. I think that last chorus really needs something to take it to level 2, or at least level 2, but preferably level 4 or 5, because by the time it gets to the last chorus, you've already elevated your song's sort of rise to another extent. But at least level 2. So more textures, more stereoscopic mix. Low mids are punchy. I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing, though, Sons of Dark Quartz. I think it does have energy in that part, but I think the other frequency spectra need to match it. So more sub energy, a little more compression, but loudness in the mids. Your vocals, mix-wise, I'm not a fan of the choice that you've made, personally, because I don't really understand your vocals without lyrics, and I'm not a fan, in general, of anything that is like mumble rap or anything that is incomprehensible. The language part of a song is a whole set of tools that you can use to, again, exploit the emotional crevices that you want to explore. And when I'm hearing like very dull vocals and mixed back vocals and kind of muttered vocals. It sounds like, this is just a joke, but it sounds like you recorded it like you're holding, like the photo, like you were, what you're actually holding in this hand is not your phone, but a microphone, and that's how you recorded your main take. That's a joke. That's a joke. But it's not true. So please allow me to respectfully poke fun at you. But I think, yeah, you can do a little better. I think you can do a little better with the song in general. I think you have a lot of opportunity for growth. Let's say it that way. That, and I'll be honest with you, the sound of the drums, like the actual texture of the drums is a little like Duke Nukem Doom drums, kind of very digital, like very Casio keyboard drums. And I think that, again, we can do a little better in the sample selection. Because the buzzy guitar and buzzy bass kind of sound, I'm not sure if it's like just a distorted guitar or a distorted bass, but that sound would be better suited with something that has a little more in-your-face energy, whereas Casio drums have their place in a mix. It's just you have to probably choose things that sound around it rather than dominate it a little bit. It's being stepped on a little bit, even though you've boosted your low mid so beautifully. That's pretty much what I think of your song. Either way, I appreciate the opportunity for us to. Whoop, nope, and I go bye. I appreciate the opportunity for us to having been able to listen to it online, provide the comments and criticism, analysis, feedback, what have you, for the track Cargoes by Sikeggery. Everybody looking forward to hearing the final version of this. I just don't think that it is this particular one, the final version. But I think you can get there. Your building blocks are starting to come together. You need a couple more, and then you're on your way, my dude. Gotcha. Textures, more stereo, and work on the structure and main points I should focus on, of which I agree. Excellent. I'm glad you agree, because I think it'll do your song wonders to have that sort of elevation and that growth over time. I usually say to people, if a song is not growing in either energy or interest, like in interesting things that are happening over time, if it is not, it's losing momentum. Yeah, that's what it is. It's either growing in momentum, growing in interest, or growing in energy. And if it's not growing in one of those three over time, you are not just maintaining momentum, you are losing momentum. So you got to do it. You got to do it. Either way, thank you very much, Sons of Dark Quartz, for trusting us with your track. That's very kind of you, and we are looking forward to seeing you the next one. Speaking of the next one, I believe Katonieka Mirau. It is you now, and welcome back, Elf. Good to have you. Good to have you with us. I did say thank you for subscribing, by the way, did I? Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Either way, Sam Riegel. What the hell? Okay, I don't know if someone's fucking with me. I don't know if someone's fucking with me. But if they are, thank you. If they're not, rather. I will do 5 push-ups in a moment, K. Bruce, but right now, I just want to say, thank you very much, Sam Riegel, if that is actually you. I can't really believe that, and like my palms are just getting sweaty at the idea of it. I think you're a wonderful writer, both in music and in composition, and I think you just have a wonderful imagination in general, and you're a wonderful actor. How can I send it to Matt? I don't know. I thought that if that's you, I thought that you would have the answer for that, not myself. Sam Riegel is first of all a voice actor. He is one of the main cast in my favorite D&D series called Critical Role. And if that is him, I'm going to go to bed tonight knowing I am fulfilled as a human and can basically die tomorrow morning and I'll be happy. But yeah, he's a talented voice actor and an improv master. It's me. Oh my God. Well, I'm sweating from every orifice and some of the ones that I didn't know about. So I'm just going to pull up Katonieka's track, which I forgot about for a moment. And I appreciate you so much, Mr. Regal, Sam. Thank you. I thank you for, I don't know if it was you that composed this one in particular, but thank you for composing all the music that you do have and will henceforth. Again, it's just kind of mind-blowing that this might be happening right now, but it is an honor, truly. And I hope that you keep producing the kind of quality of art that you do. So I know I'm saying nothing right now. I'm kind of starstruck at this point. It's this whole thing is the reason that I got into D&D, guys. So I'm sorry, I'm tripping a little bit of balls right now. The reason that I wanted to play D&D was because of this man and his friends who started a D&D like podcast / YouTube show, or a Twitch show. Pardon me, Twitch show, and I'm just like, they're the inspiration for one of my greatest passions. So thank you. Either way, Sam Regal. Love you, bud. Thanks so much. I will get back to the stream now. I'm gonna go cry on my own after, but appreciate you so very much. It's on YouTube and Reddit and Instagram. It's on a bunch of places. Studio Mike is the label and the username. Holy crap. Honor is honor. So I feel like Keyleth right now. I'm so bad with the words right now. I can't do the thing. I can't say the word mouths with the people things. Whew. Whew. Guys, I'm sweating like crazy. All right. Here we go. Katsunieka, Wandering Cats in the Snowfield / Winterlands. I appreciate your patience, as I had a mild cardiac arrest and panic attack at the same time, as one of my heroes just casually dropped in the stream and said he loves one of my songs. I'm going to continue by listening to this song, and we're going to talk about it after we listen to it. We're going to listen to 2 minutes of it, and then we're going to talk about it. Here we go. Wandering Cats in the Snowfield / Winterlands. All right. I'm going to call it there. Whoa. That was a lot all at once, and that's okay. That's okay. It was complex. It's fine. It's just that complexity is a good tool in the tool belt of a musician. I just think that to a certain extent you have to build to complexity, and I think that we kind of jumped into it head first from the beginning. Let's go back to the... Now, in terms, this is why I say this, because in terms of musicality, like complexifying your music is not just adding instruments. It is the way you compose. It is like how you relate one note to another. And from the beginning, I'm not sure what the root note of your song is. And I think it's E flat, if I'm not mistaken, in that song. I think it's around there in this song, but from the beginning, there was no way that I could know that. That's a complex idea. That's a complex way to express a musical thought. It's something that doesn't, it's something that doesn't really, without context, doesn't really do you any favors unless it is very emotive and very carefully crafted and curated. Yeah, so I do think that is a choice you made that, were it not for the next sections, I'd be like, okay, interesting, let's see where you're going. But because I know now how you continue into even more complexity, I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot to start on. Now, let's talk real quick. As the delay and the reverb in the intro is a good idea. It does sort of ease up the harshness of your complex notes a little bit, creates a little more air, a little more space. That's phenomenal. That's fantastic. I think once we get the drums in there, you're gonna have to cut your reverb and your delay on those synths because it's a little bit too much. It's like... You know, it's a lot of energy, and I think that instead of adding reverb and delay to spread out in the left and right, you could very well easily spread out your synths left and right, keeping your middle free for your bass and your drums, and it'll actually is going to another comment where I think your left and right needs more love either way, but I think you have done something that is on the way to becoming super wide and super interesting and super like engaging. But it's a little crowded right now. It's a little bit noisy and messy in that way. And I think if you dial back your effects, it'll come through a little bit cleaner. But then I think you would need to spread your left and right. And then I think you would need to enter with in the center with like sort of another lead of sorts, a softer, less aggressive, less harsh lead that blends a little bit better with the bass. Because this one right now is kind of stepping all over the bass's very complex rhythms and stepping on the drums rhythms, which is like, as Elfdal said, slightly after I had an anxiety attack, those drum fills are crazy. Now, I think one last thing here, two last things here, one more thing here in this section, I think. Ride, right? Ride cymbal. Right? You ding, 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 or ding, 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 ding. Even if you wanted to do like a... kind of like a sort of an odd pattern a little bit, switch it to a ride. It's I think, a better move. Now, let me talk about your song overall. Let me ask you a question first. Is this a proof of concept? Is it because like a lot of the textures are very meaty, very very simple instrument sounds and textures. It's kind of like stock instruments. So I'm asking you here, Katonieka, is this kind of a proof of concept, and then you're going to either like re-record these instruments or like resample them into more dense, more like full sounding kind of instruments? Is that your intention? Because I don't think that this is the final sound of your song. I don't think that I think you can take this, all of these meaty piano rolls and all of these trigger input, all of these inputs, and drag and drop them into more thick sounding elements. And I think you're gonna have a better song for it. Because right now the songs are a little bit 80s synth, kind of, and 80s drums, and 80s sort of bass. So I think that should be corrected. It's not my favorite to have retro sounding samples, unless it's kind of like a proof of concept and you're just like not wasting time with the sound and the mix and stuff like that. But I think that that affects your mix overall. I think that unfortunately when we hear like a Muse score type sort of basics textures like this, we, I say Muse score, but it could be Sibelius, it could be all of those orchestral suites that are stock instruments sort of only. It's good, it gives us the idea, but I think that we have work to do from there. I think that's fair to say, right? You know, you got to work on your textures a little bit. Anyways, I think that that's pretty much all that I had to say, Katonieka. I don't even know if you're still with us here, bud. You haven't said much during your apparently you are, but you haven't said much during your review. I just don't know if this is the direction you want to go, or if it's the direction like it's like headed to somewhere. You don't say much. That's okay. You clap. You clap. That's cool. That's really awesome though. It's like very progressive rock, very have flashes of Rush, flashes of Dream Theater. I have all of those thoughts in my head when I'm listening to this music, and now I just want the execution itself to be a little more pro sounding. Like you can shape this into something that could sound like a goddamn masterpiece if you really wanted to, but you need to like work with the elements, not against them. And so yeah, I think that that's a move. Not really rock, it's mainly synths. No, I know, but you have this progressive synth rock feel with the, I guess synth jazz. It would be more jazz than rock. I guess you're right about that. But I think you have that Rush and Dream Theater sort of chord progression style, like very exploratory, very progressive, very experimental, and non-conventional. And I think that that's fine. I think that's fine. I just think that, again, you need to let the listeners have not a chance so much as a reason to bond with all of these experimental choices. And I think better sounding instruments is a good reason to like bond to a song. That's just me. Either way. Thank you very much, either way, Katonieka, for allowing us to listen to the song, provide comments, criticism, analysis, feedback, what have you. All of the good stuff. We appreciate having something a little bit different, texture and melody-wise, on this stream. Every now and then we get something like this, or sort of more meaty sounding instruments. And I like to more think of the composition rather than the mix, because I think you know, that's what's really important with these things. Either way, thank you for trusting us with your track. I appreciate that, and we'll be moving on to the next one. Feel free to stick around, Katonieka, as we listen to the next person on the list, which is Elfdoll, back from the shower. Still maybe a little drunk, but that's okay. We're celebrating. It's Saturday night. I almost said Friday. Oh, man. Elf, whenever you're ready with your link. Hey, man, you a fan of House, Adam? I am. I like House. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Let me now what I need to do is I need to just make sure of something so that I know whether or not to actually have a panic attack later. Oh my god. What? I just gotta see something. Oh my god, it's him! Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh my god! It was Sam Riegel, for real! Oh man. Wow. I did not expect that, guys. I did not expect that. Guys, go check out Critical Role. If you have any interest in Dungeons & Dragons, you should be watching Critical Role. It is just hands down the final word in any Dungeons & Dragons sort of like performance. A bunch of voice actors who basically just pretend they're their characters for D&D, like for the sake of D&D. And they act, since they're voice actors, they have such phenomenal performances live, and they have a great energy together. It's great. It's great. Elfdoll, I have a question here. You are one of my first people to be on the stream, to have been subscribed, to have been a follower. You're one of the first. As that, I trust you. Do you think on this stream that I can trust you for a moment to share the video that one of my D&D idols just said he loved and he wants to show to my D&D idol. Do you mind if I show that on the stream to everyone to show? I'm very proud of it. It took me a day to record and film it, and I'm very proud of how it turned out, considering it literally took me 24 hours to produce. And the song came out, by the way, on Thursday, like at midnight, and I only heard it Thursday around 9 p.m. And then from yesterday noon until today around like noon, I worked on it. And this is the result. Wait for it. This is the result right here.
Well, it caught me by surprise when I looked into the eyes of a girl so beautiful and so delightful. With luscious hair and crimson skin, her passion knows no bounds. You'll fall in love with this courtesan tonight. She's your ruby, a singer by the sea, fulfilling all your fantasies. You're the ruby. If you follow down her horns, they'll always lead to more. Ruby, ruby, ruby. Ruby.
Yep, that was right here in the studio last night and today, all day, or rather yesterday all day and today most of the morning. That was me. That's me. That's here. That's here. You see all the shit, right? That's here. Of course it's here. So, Big D, by the way, don't think I didn't notice you. Hi. Thank you so much for being back. I appreciate you with us. Again, another OG motherfucker with us tonight. So happy we got the family here. That's wonderful. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you earlier. One of my actual Dungeons and Dragons idols was in the chat. I can't get over this. I can't get over this. That dude is who I think about when I think about rogues. Like, wow. Wow, man. Anyways, like, sorry about that. Like, yeah, sorry. It's crazy. So the song that I covered, my cover of that song was from a song from that show. One of the bards in this guy's universe wrote a song about another character in this universe, and I heard that at the end of an episode, and I'm like, that's a good song. And I can listen to it over and over and over and over. I'm like, I have a million ideas. With like 3 listens, I was like, let's go. And then the next day I got into the studio and I did that. Woo! That's a win. Either way, I don't care. Let's go. Okay, Elf Doll, it's your time. It's your turn. I'm sorry, and I thank you so much for your patience. I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped about it. I'm really hyped about it, Big D. I'm really hyped. That was a little crazy. Anyways, love it. I can't tell you how much I love it. I love that. I love that you love it. Thank you so much, Elf Doll. We're going to listen to your track now here. We're going to listen to all of it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell you how we feel about it. I'm just like, it didn't actually happen in my head. You know what I mean? It didn't actually happen yet. It's like, I see the chat. I took a screenshot of it. I have it. I'll forever have that. But it didn't actually happen in my head, you know? Anyways, here we go. Elf Gar, Work in Progress by Alpha X Doll, Elf Doll. That's not why it's Elf Doll. Here we go. job. So first things we're gonna assume. I'm assuming vocals are gonna go on this, correct? I'm like assuming. Like this is my first, I guess, question. Sorry, I'm just telling my girlfriend also that just happened, and we're both big fans of the show. Waiting for vocals. Okay, good. I'm always. It's a shame, Elf. Thank you, YV2D. I appreciate that very much. It's a shame though. Unfortunately, I always hear your songs without vocals and never the finished product, not finished product, but never the closer to finished product. I just unfortunately don't have much to say about it. It's like it's always the case. It's like I feel like the beats themselves are real good. Your things are tight. I was gonna at some point say, well, you're not fucking much with your left and right. Oh, and then you fucked with your left and right, and it was good. It was a nice little opening up. I just don't have many comments because as it exists now, there's not much to do to it except finish it. I do have a comment, I guess, for the end section here, this last chorus. Chorus or whatever, refrain, either way. Let's go from there to the first one, as I always do. Not much different. I would consider maybe adding an element, just again, building your song just a little bit more so that you have a little more movement towards more interesting things. Be careful because again, you're waiting on vocals and you don't want to step on those vocals, but you've been doing a wonderful job of avoiding that so far. So I think that to a certain extent, you're all set on that. But I do think that there could be something that is either slightly different or something that you already have that is doing different things, that is taking on a different role. YV2D, hey, how you doing? Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, so I think you want to like occupy a different role at the end of your song just so that you keep it pushing, you keep it moving. You keep the energy sort of changing a little bit. Your rapper or your singer, whoever's going to be on this track is going to have to sort of step it up a little bit because they feel that their song, their backing is coming to a crescendo, so they're gonna feel like, oh, well, I gotta give it back. That's what I recommend. Maybe some ambient from background coming to the foreground. Maybe. That's a good idea, actually. Something ambient coming in the foreground and maybe something full going to the background, something basically trading places, especially near the end. I don't necessarily love the fade out. You could very well like take off your main your main synth a little bit and then throw it in the background and then bring something that is ambient in the foreground. Possibly. But yeah, that's what I think about your song. Again, I would love to provide more comments, criticism, feedback, analysis, what have you, but it's just very not done yet. So, I mean, like, I'd love to hear something that you have vocals on, that you're like gonna release and that's looking more or less final. That would be nice, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You need more rappers. Yeah, it's a sentence that I didn't think anybody needed to say, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to say more than that, honestly. I'm so sorry about that. But I think you're on your way, man. You are on your way. Either way, thank you for allowing us to listen to your track, and thank you for trusting us with it. Jesus Christ. Trusting it with us, I guess, is also applicable. Thank you so much for your feedback, and anytime, I'm always happy to see you. I am happy to see you too, as well. It's always good to have some OGs in the chat, all at the same time, mind you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you all being with us, honestly. Let's see what EmuTune is. EmuTune even still here at this point? I don't think so. I don't see them. Nope. Oh yeah, they are. EmuTune. EmuTune. I'm yelling at you because you're in the chat. I'm about to pass out. See you next time, my dude. Have a lovely night. Elf Doll, thank you again. Good night, good luck. And we will speak to you soon. Hey, Mike here. Can I send one track? You can get in line if you wish. As you see, someone, Mez made it, just pulled up the queue. We got a couple of people in line right now. And I'm going to shout out, I'm Mutune, whatever. I'm going to shout them out one last time. And if they do not respond, they can forever hold their beats. Well, at least until next time, basically. Yeah, there is a long ass line tonight, Big D, absolutely. I don't know what the fuck happened, but people just fucking swelled in. Although, I'm expecting to be skipping a few people right now. I'm Utune. I'm giving you another 10 seconds, man. And then I gotta move on. As you see, if you are here, we got 12 people on the docket, including yourself. We gotta keep it pushing. I don't think Kafka Beats is in the chat. I don't see them either. It's those Saturday Vines. Vines or Vibes? Vibes, yeah. Kafka Beats, I don't believe you are here anymore. I'm going to give you about 20 seconds, and then we're going to just keep it pushing. We just got people who are actually still here waiting in line, waiting their turn, and I respect you and I appreciate you all. If, by any chance, someone needs to duck out of the line, and they just don't have time to wait, that's cool. Command leave gets you out of the line. So you don't need to wait necessarily, but leave the place in line for someone else so that we don't do this. We don't do this. What is this? The fuck is this? Dude, none of that. 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 All right, we've already waited too long. Next. Mez made it. I think you were just here. Yeah, you were here. Absolutely. There, you're right there. There you go. Guys, I'm still kind of tripping several balls right now. Like, that person is, in my opinion, a celebrity, but also like a very creative person. And someone I look up to very, very much. I am kind of tripping balls here. Yeah. 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 Whew. All right. I'm pulling up your link now, dude. I don't know if I did that right. Like, you know when you're like, so like, oh, I'm doing something else, but like right now, oh my God, should I have sent him a link? Should I have like posted a link in the chat? Should I have been quicker on that? Should I have like told him, should I have not told him like, yeah, it's on everywhere. It's on YouTube, Reddit, and it's like, should I have done that? Should I have not done something? Or should I have done something else? I'm so embarrassed. I was so caught off guard. I did not expect that at all. It would be cool to hook up like a Google form with some contact info if the user chooses, and then hook up the next command to ping their contact info. What, for like people who are missing from the chat? I mean, if you're not here, you're not here, man. Like, I'm not gonna start Googling people. Oh, you mean like with people like that? So you get their contact info and you can hook up with them later. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Yeah, that's I have no idea how to do any of that, but I respect. I realize that's the right move. Aries, I don't think he's talking about people who want their tracks reviewed. I think he's talking about like when someone I want to contact off stream comes online and like I don't have time to address it and I kind of panic like I did just now when Sam Riegel came online. Yeah. So, anyways, I think you're right. Either way, no, nothing. Don't worry about it, Aries. It's easy to misconstrue. That's exactly what I understood in the first place too. Is like, well, just stay in the fucking chat. You know, it's not that hard. Anyways, here we got Mez made it. Mez. Yeah, a link tree with all your socials is a good fucking idea. I need to start thinking about that shit. Anyways, Mez, In Love With Your Lies by Mez. So here we are. We're going to listen to this, all of it, and we're going to provide some feedback on it. So here we go. I'm in Love With Your Lies by Mez.
I'm in love with your lies, baby, that's the truth. Do you love me or not, baby, what's your excuse? In my head, you've been inside my head, filled with the things you said. It'll even fills me with dread. Bitch, you honey on the dash. Yeah, I'm taking all the risks, bitch, I'm living life so fast. Double cup and I put by my side, bitch, I just wanna chase my highs. But you hate it when I'm high. I lost conscience, but baby, I'm fine. I had visions that I was gon' die. As long as you're by my side, babe, I'm fine. I know I did you wrong. Let's leave the past behind, babe's gone. Let's chase a pact and vibe to the song. I feel like I'm alive, but not for long. Do you want this to last forever? Do you like it when we're together? I'm like a pirate looking for a treasure. But then again, I'm in love with your lies, baby, that's the truth. Do you love me or not, baby, what's your excuse? In my head, you've been inside my head, filled with the things you said. It even fills me with dread.
Okay, not a fan of the fade out, but I'm gonna write it down and we'll talk about it later. See what else we can do. Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk a little bit here, Mez. Let's actually talk about what Aries is saying. I feel like this has potential, but it's loose. If that makes sense, yes, it does. I'll tell you how I think it makes sense. I like the sound is so spaced out in both ears that the lead kind of gets lost. I like the vibes though. Would defo collab with you? Okay, so we'll hook each other up one way or the other. But here's how that song is loose. First of all, I will get to that, but I'd like to say, cut your intro in half. You don't need it all. This entire block with nothing else going on except for the guitar, cut it in half. You don't need both. You literally split this in half and your song is going to be better. Second of all, your vocals are mixed too loud. And I think that is for two reasons. One, they're mixed too loud. They're just too loud for the mix itself, like they're too loud. And two, they're mixed too loud comparatively to all of the billion, trillion, bajillion vocals that are happening in the background. Like those things that are happening in the background, there's too many. It's so many. There's so much happening. And I think that clean it up. You don't need all of the vocals all of the time. It's already, and this is another note that I have for you, it's already bad enough that the vocals don't stop throughout your song. We get no break from the vocals. The only time that there's no vocals is in the intro and in the outro. And sorry, no one's vocals are that interesting. No one's. Freddie Mercury takes breaks for the guitar solo. So, take a break. Give your voice a rest. And when your voice isn't rested, give it space, man. Those harmonies are distracting. They're just swirling all over the place. I can understand a little bit of doubles. As a matter of fact, I would be mad if there wasn't a little bit of improvs, a little bit of doubles, a little bit of ad-libs. I would be upset because this is the kind of music that would work well with it. But so many, so wide, so loud. And that's what that is doing, pardon me, is that is forcing you to mix up your main vocals to a point where it's so loud that I barely hear the instrumental anymore. I love making harmonies. Yeah, but dude, so do I. Pick your moments. Harmonies are like pink paint in that everyone who uses pink paint in a painting is very careful where to put it because it pops so much. And I think that to a certain extent that is an error in songwriting. You are adding too much of a good thing and it is taking context away from moments where you don't have harmonies. Let me give you a piece of advice here. Because apart from, this is my last note, apart from the fade out, I don't love fade outs, okay? Let me give you a piece of advice here. So in a band, you have a band music playing back here. So let's look at it from a band perspective. In a band perspective, you have drums, right? You have a drummer. You have guitars. You have a bass, right back there, that last one. and you have a singer. You have members of a band, and all of them are playing together. The problem is, there is an invisible member of your band that you're forgetting about, Mez. And that member of the band is called negative space, silence, quiet, whatever you want to call it. That is as valuable of a member as a bassist. And the bassist is the most important member in the band. Fight me! Drums and bass are pretty important in a band, so I guess I'm biased. But my point with this is you are using all your members except for one of the most important ones, which is quiet, negative space. And that person needs to take a part in your song just as much as all of your vocal tracks do. Harmonies, backup singers, quote unquote, is another great instrument to add to the mix. Like you have lead vocals, harmony, backup singers, drums, bass, guitar, keyboards. All of these elements are like pieces in a puzzle. But negative space tells you which piece is missing there. And sometimes a song needs that so much more than harmonies. So much more. Hi, Aries. I take it you're a bass player. You know what's funny? I play bass, as you saw. You might have seen in the video that I just put on. I'm able to play bass, and I consider myself a very basic bassist. But I'm more of a guitarist and drummer and singer. I actually do that more and more often. So I would consider myself less of a bassist. But I am a sound engineer. And when I realize something is important, it doesn't matter what I like or what I play. When I realize that bass is one of the most important instruments in any band in the world, it is from a non-egotistical admission of just importance. If you don't have a good bassist, your band can be ruined, just like if you don't have a good drummer. But even drums, if you get away, look at AC/DC. AC/DC could have been a great band, but they don't have a good bassist and they don't have a good drummer. And the only good things that they have is a guitarist and arguably a lead singer frontman. Arguably. And that's what made AC/DC a so-so band. They got rid of all their good drummers and their good bassists from the time. They got rid of all of them. They stuck with vanilla, which vanilla's fine. But you get my point. A great band could turn into a not great band just by removing a bassist and a drummer. Either way, Mez, I think I've said what I've said about what I have to say about your track. Cut, and cut. First 3 recommendations. Cut all of the vocals and then inject them into strategic moments that'll have the most emotional impact. That's what you want. That's what you want from your song. Otherwise, what's the point of all those harmonies? What's the point? They're just stripping your main vocals of energy, and they're not coming in moments where I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. They're always there. So I'm just like, all right, that's the texture of this song and it's unchanging. Next. But that's not, I don't want that for your song. I want your song to be like poppin'. I want your song to have energy and pizzazz. And that's what we need from your track, is more of that. So cut, less is more in some cases. In some cases, less is more. This is one of those cases. Either ways, Mez, thank you for trusting us with your track. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for your feedback. No problem, man. It's all my pleasure. It's all my pleasure. Hey, you're here. Good to know. Yabino Riz. Appreciate you being with us tonight. But Mez, for real, like you have a good vibe. You just need to learn how to like tune that vibe. Really, is what you need. Hands down. Big D, Mike, I got a dip, bro, but happy to catch a bit of the stream. Happy you're here, man. Happy you were here. Happy this impromptu stream turned into really just amazing things. Just amazing things I did not expect to happen, including you being here with us, Big D. Take care of yourself, my dude. Have a great night. All right. We're pulling up with Yabino Riz. Yabino Riz, Keo Codeine 212422. Jeez, you're not making it easy for me, eh, with your names? Oh, lordy lord. All right, so here we go. Star Signs demo. We're going to listen to 2 minutes of this, and then we're going to tell you what we think. Let's move.
done all this shit. Every drug you can think of, I done all of it.
Jupiter.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me, 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 tell me. They used to hate on the kid. Renault Clio to college is mad. Now look at the whip that we in. Staring me in my face, like was it worth it in the end? She wanna know my star sign, that's cute. She got me learning it again. She got me learning. Cool, I'm a Pisces. You ain't never met a nigga like me. Pick your head up before you leave. I can't make this on my wife, but she's making it hard for me. Cause she moved just like me. Yeah, I was just keeping it real. Don't know how I feel, I gotta tread lightly. Okay. Nigga talking shit, he's talking shit. I just lang him in his face. Yeah, I ain't new to this, but I still might die today. Think I might die. I don't wanna die today. I don't wanna die. Don't wanna say shit. Mixing a jug in the kitchen, I was pissing off my neighbors. Don't do no favors. Stacking that blue like I play for the Rangers. Niggas be hating. I ain't a racist, but I'm so fried off this pack in the back, it got me looking Asian. White Balenciagas, I just call them Caucasian. They used to hate on the kid. Renault Clio to college is mad. Now look at the whip that we in. Staring me in my face, like was it worth it in the end? She wanna know my star sign, that's cute. She got me learning it again. Yeah. Cool, I'm a Pisces. You ain't never met a nigga like me. Pick your head up before you leave. I can't make this on my wife, but she's making it hard for me. Cause she moved just like me. I was just keeping it real. Don't know how I feel, I gotta tread lightly. I gotta tread lightly.
Nice outro. There's some other stuff here. Okay, a nice little an extra lewd. Okay, cool. First of all, hi Aries. I like this, but the intro took way so long. Too many tell me's. I want you to tell me something. Totally agree. Totally agree with that. I think to a certain extent you're not letting me enjoy your song if you're taking that much time to get to your song. You're holding me back from enjoying it. So cut a couple of those tell me's out. Cut that intro in half, minimum. You don't need that long of an intro. You just need to introduce some of the themes, some of the vocals, and we just get into it, bro. We don't need more. We don't need any more than that. I also have to ask here, Yabino Riz, what's your role in this? Did you produce? Did you just rap over it? What have you done on this track? Like, what was your role? It's a good question. Because it will influence the next points that I have here. I have one right now that I'm about to say, and if you produced this track, I'm going to have words for you. And if not, I'm still gonna have words for you, but they're gonna be less targeted toward you and more towards your producer. So what's your role, Yabino Riz, in this? Keo Codeine 212422. Vocals, mixing, and I produced the melody with my boy, he done the rest. Okay, tell your boy the subwoofer needs to come down a little bit. Those big ol' subs, those big ol' 808s or whatever they are, they need to come down in the mix just a tiny bit. You need a little less of that and a little more percussive in your kicks. You have to really, no, we didn't get to you, Jay the Don, so don't sweat it. You're still in the lineup, so don't worry about it. Thank you for coming back, by the way, I appreciate it. So yeah, your kicks need a little bit less of the boom and a little more of the that actual attack is my first comment here. But I guess second, because I talked about the intro already. And my third, the vocals don't sound well produced. Let me distinguish something. And this is the last thing I have to say either way, because your lyrics were phenomenal. Your lyrics and your flow. It had little moments here and there that I would recommend that you tweak, Yabino Riz. There are like some moments where you're like in your break here.
Might die today. I don't wanna die.
Might die today. It's very in contrast with the rest of the way you're rapping or singing in this song. But apart from that, your flow is awesome, dude. I'm weary to say UK rap, but it sounds UK-ish, even though you say you might be from East India. East London. I was like, what the fuck? Where's LIDN? That's not India. It would be IND. And I'm like, is that, what the fuck? Yeah, it's UK rap. I love that shit, man. I love that style. Love it. And it does have the like Southeast London vibe. It's really nice. And it's, yeah, I love that. But I think your vocals, the texture of them, the recording quality of them, they're distorting a little bit. And they're not very compressed, and they're not very deep and chesty. What I recommend is using a condenser microphone, one of something like that, you know? This is a good one, MXL 990. It's a great starter microphone, and I still use it for vocals to this day because I'm so used to working with it that I've tuned it properly. So something like that is gonna help you achieve a deeper, chestier voice. Make sure you don't turn your gain up too high, when if it distorts, you gotta turn it back down. But then what that'll do is that'll let you mix up your high end and your low end a little bit more. This sounds like it was recorded on either like a handheld SM58 kind of Shure microphone, or on one of those earphone headsets. Like, you know, some people I know, they try to get away with recording on an iPhone headset. And I mean, like, yeah, it works in that your mic is capturing your voice, but not very well. These ones are really where it's at. And if you can't do a super expensive mic, like, well, first of all, $100 will get you a decent production microphone, something like an AT2020 by Audio-Technica. More than you need. Sub-Zero SZC300. I don't even know what that is, dude. SZC300. Condenser microphone. Oh, Lord. Okay, I don't know why. Then you might be recording too hot, meaning your gain knob is too high. You got to turn it down and you got to record at lower volumes, but then turn your volume up. The principles of recording are very important. NT1 by Rode is also a good choice. High Aries, very, very true. Audio-Technica AT2020, Rode NT1A, solid starter microphones. But recording principles are that you record up to, but no higher than 0 dB. I even recommend recording at -3 or -6 dB at your peaks, like at your highest points. Like with less than 3 dB headroom, you're taking chances. So record with that level, and then you, in the mix, you turn up your compressors, your faders, whatever the fuck. That's what you want to do. You want to record low, well, not low, you want to record as loud as you can without going over 0, and then you want, with a low noise floor, so that's where a good mic will come in, because you won't have a lot of buzzy noise. If you're going over 0, you're going to get that crunchy, distorty sound, and you can apply that texture later. But the difference between applying it later and applying it in recording is when you record, you lose information. You're ruining not ruining, let me say that again. You're removing information from the microphone signal. You're like cutting out basically you're snipping the top of your signal, like that. You're snipping it. So if you wanted to go and get that later, you can't. It's gone. You cut it already. Whereas distortion on top of that, you're not snipping anything, you're just sort of curving it, and it's not permanent, it's temporary. So you can ease off the curve, you can sort of compress it more, you can really compress the shit out of it, but you never lose this. It's only hidden behind a layer of effects. And losing this, you don't have many options to work with for recording. So I recommend you record with the principles of recording in mind, recording as loud as you can without going over 0. That's my challenge to you. But that's about all I got for you, man. You've been a Riz. Thank you very much for allowing us to listen to the song, provide comments, criticism, feedback, and what have you. It's good to get back into the principles of audio, of electroacoustics to help an individual in need of help. So thank you very much as always, and thank you for trusting us with your track. We're moving on. Stick around, of course. You've been a Riz as we listen to maybe Prod by 7-Evan. I don't think they're with us. They're not with us. I'm gonna wait 15 seconds and then I'm moving on. Prod by 7. Prod by 7. Prod by 7. Prod by 7, 7, 7, 7. And he's not here, so we're moving on. Sorry, you gotta be here. My bad. Hi, Aries. I know you're here. You've been here. You've been here. Yeah, there's your link. You're a quick girl on the draw. Phenomenal feedback. You can tell. Thank you, man. That's really kind of you. You can tell your passion for this, bro. We'll definitely stick around and hopefully come back with better tracks. Hey, man. That's the goal, right? You come back with better tracks, and we get to say littler and littler about those tracks until I'm like, I got nothing for you, bro. You wrote a banger. You know what I mean? I'm down for that, though. Aries, your link is not working. It's probably still private. It's probably like a... I'm not allowed to access it. That's usually what happens. So feel free to send me a new link quickly if you could. We still have a decent queue here going on. Let's have a look at it, actually. Your fire, bro. Don't stop. Yeah, dude. Surtout. Sorry, that's French. Above all, I live in Montreal, so I speak French as well. Above all, do not stop. Yabineriz. You have an amazing flow. You just need to learn how to capture that flow digitally. That does not mean stop trying to capture it. That means try harder. That means do better. Your vocals deserve that shit. Just so we're clear. Yep, it worked. Aries, it did work. Cool. Thank you very much. Hey, Lil Shino. Welcome back. Nice to see ya. Having sort of a landmark night. A lot of people. A lot of long lineup at this point still. And now, in that lineup, we are covering Hi Aries, otherwise known as the artist I Love You KXII. I'm good, dude. A celebrity just popped by this chat. One of my favorite, no, let's not lie. My favorite D&D show on YouTube and Twitch. One of the main cast members just stopped by and was actually here. So I'm fucking tripping balls from that still. But yeah, I made a song. So yeah. Either way, of my own featuring Neff Draft. So Neff is the feature, and this is the draft. It's an R&B soul track, and we're going to listen to all of this pretty much, and we're going to tell you what we think about it.
You said you tried for it, but baby girl, just tell me, would you die for it? All the money and the fame and the fake friends, and all these people who you thought were your best friends, now they all just saying, I get a band now. You know I believed in you when you were coming up. No, I'm feeling sorry that I didn't show you love on your post. Now I'm just hoping it's not way too late. I ain't petty, you just know me by my first name. I can't even fault you for that, but would you die for it? Drop the top, working 9 to 5 for it. Ain't cut off all your fake friends, no. And I would really believe that you want it as bad as you do if you really would die for it. And I got peanut butter seats in my race, the double license for the trapping that I didn't arrange. And I know you just don't want to put no more work in. Just tell me how you expect to buy that Birkin. The struggle really made me who I am. The chopper holding 100 and this pistol, it don't jam. You fucking around for long enough, you'll find out who I am.
Hardcore on flexing, trying to find all of the times you confessing. Guess that I'm second, tints on my windows, I'm toting a weapon. Saving you, babe, then I'm gone like 11. Love when I'm around you, never thought I'd find you. Thought that this was real life, sometimes it don't feel right. Oh, my baby made me feel some type of way. Oh, lost all my trust because you
said you tried for it, but baby girl, just tell me, would you die for it? All the money and the fake friends, and all these people who you thought were your best friends, now they all just say, I get a band now. You know I believed in you when you were coming up. No, I'm feeling sorry that I didn't show you love on your post. And I'm just hoping it's not way too late.
All right. Cool. First comment. Cool. I like it. I like it. It's not my like regular thing, but I dig it. It's pretty spacey. It's pretty catchy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So I read your comment while I was listening to it. Feel uncomfortable with the mix aside from production. That is evident to me in the listening of it. I did everything else, including mine and my friend's vocals. I feel this might be my worst song and just don't have the confidence to release it without feedback. Okay. I'm going to be careful here because I know that a lot of people come into feedback streams for hype and for like vibe checks. We were talking about this past Tuesday on my last stream. Check out the VOD if you want. It's still on Twitch for now, but it's going to leave soon. I'm not a like a hype or like a vibe check feedback streamer. I let you know what needs to be improved. So if you need something just to like get the confidence just to keep it going, I might be able to help you. I'm just not the person to go like, that's cool, keep it pushing. Next, I'm not that guy. So I want honest feedback. I can take harsh too, so long as you keep it real. Well, here's the good news. It doesn't need to be harsh. It doesn't need to be harsh. There's not a terrible amount of offensive things done in this mix. No, let me rephrase that. There's nothing inertly offensive done in this song. So I'll talk to you first of all about the main problem, which is that it's mixed low. Ad. Oh no, ad. You know what we do with an ad song? With ads, guys, we create the ad song. I didn't think I'd have to do it. I'm not prepared. I think the ad's done, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it says on my thing, either way. If you guys like that, if you guys like that riff, if you guys like that, go check out my song, my shorts that I did. It's on YouTube. It's on my, it's on Reddit as well. There is a Reddit for the stream as well. And it's on, what is it on Instagram as well. If you check out Studio Mike on any of those places, you'll find the latest video that I just released from a D&D show that I watch. Yes, it's fucking D&D. It's always D&D. I love fucking D&D, all right? And I covered a song, and apparently one of the people from that show who was like the songwriter and one of the actors and one of the writers of that show was on this chat here moments ago, like an hour ago. So if you like that, go check it out on YouTube. It might be a thing soon. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck to do that. But I guess it worked. So here we go with your feedback. Aries, let's get back into it. So that's, by the way, called the ad song. So everyone who's not familiar. Overcomped. My first note. Overcomped. Low volume. Okay, yes. Is this mastered? I don't think it's mastered. It doesn't sound mastered. It's quite low if it is mastered. It's my first comment. Just curious. That's my first question, I guess. My first note is going to have to do with that. YV2D, bravo, Mike. Thank you very much. Not mastered yet. Okay, cool. That explains the lower volume. So that's good. Now, ooh, that tasted like Domino's. So, I think it's still overcompressed. Can you believe that? I thought that it was just, what I was hoping, because this is, let me explain my train of thought here. What I was hoping that it was you mastered it, but you mastered it kind of low. And that's all we had to resolve, is we just had to fix the master chain and make your song louder. But I was also hoping that because it sounded flat. So it sounded like you just squashed your track down into a mastering pocket, basically, and then you didn't boost it back up, which, common mistake. I'd like more transients coming through. Yes, I would like more transients coming through. I would also like for your vocals to be a little bit less, this is going to sound weird, transparently compressed. I need, yes, transparently compressed. I need them to be more obviously compressed and more like commercially compressed. Let me go back and show you what I mean.
I would really believe that you want it as bad as you do if you really would die for it. And I got peanut butter seats in my race. The double license for the trapping that I didn't arrange. And I know
So this is, what I'm hearing now is like very basic compression. You got maybe 1-2 compressors on your vocal chain, and it's pretty much handling the transients and handling your mains a little bit, and everything is sort of at an even level. So what's funny about vocals that it eventually, that is what properly compressed vocals ends up looking like, is quite dynamic, and every syllable and every like thing is pretty much even. But what you've done here is, it sounds like you're skipping a step. It sounds like you're missing a step in that everything needs to be right here and sounds like everything's sort of back here. And I don't think that it's just going to be a volume thing, because I think if you turn up your volume, I think we're going to hear those mouth clicks a little bit more, which is another thing, is that when you record with those mouth clicks, the non-hydrated mouth, which is what I have right the fuck now, actually, when you record that with that, you're stuck with it. So it's important to record properly without those so that it's easier to mix later. But the other problem is that with your transients in your vocals, it sounds like they're being controlled, but it sounds like everything is being controlled. Whereas what I want it to sound like is the transients, your vocals, it should sound like like your initial consonants and vowels, like I don't want to wait, like that. That should be the effect, is that we should have a super heavy cutoff and like it getting slammed back, so it sounds like someone is right in front of us talking to us. And I think the way that you accomplish that is you apply a limiter. You transparently mix, you mix your vocals by taking 1 or more compressors in your vocal chain, and then you lift your attack and your threshold on those compressors so that you have more breathability, so that those compressors aren't actually doing all that much except just kind of handling those really annoying transients, mostly for the sibilances and the plosives, mostly for that. Just a little hair off the top at 3 to 5 ratio, 3 to 5 to 1, 3 or 5 to 1 ratio with like a -10 threshold, just to take a couple of inches off the top. Then you could compress a little more aggressively on a secondary compressor, but really where the magic comes in is a master limiter on your vocals. Not on your vocal bus, on each vocal track, because each vocal track will be reacting differently. And the reason that I said before, I was afraid that it wasn't just a mastering problem, is because that's going to take a lot of work. Each of your vocals needs to be addressed in this way. Each of your vocals needs to be approached with this mentality. And it's unfortunate that you're going to just have to do the hard work and get track by track each vocal track mixed properly, including your harmony tracks. They're a little bit less on the offensive side, mix-wise. They can be a little bit less compressed in the mix, but in general, when they're well compressed and they're well panned, it's better when you apply the same strategy to all vocals, which is light compression. Usually my vocal chain consists of a de-esser first, to like nullify de-esser or noise gate if it's really noisy in the room, which I hope it's not for your recording's sake. But a de-esser first, just to remove those really aggressive sibilants. Then a compressor, then not a de-esser, but an EQ. Then sometimes another compressor, sometimes just a distortion or like an enhancer for like low end, something that just muddies up but also enriches the low end a little bit. Then it's the second compressor, pardon me, and then it's a limiter. The limiter is always the last thing on my vocal chain, besides the effects buses and stuff like that. The last thing that's on the chain as it is a limiter, and I think you need to really slam your vocals a little more. And give some more low-end cough. A little 200, 300 hertz in your vocals wouldn't do you any pain here, because we got...
Just don't want it with that. And I got peanut butter seats in my race. The double license for the trap and that.
You could have some of those vocals, like low-end vocals coming through a little more. With these vocals, I think it could suit it, personally. It's my thing. I think my C6 compressor is causing this error, to be honest. It could be the case. And I think that also, with your vocals...
That I did in the rain. And I know you just don't want to put no more work in. Just tell me how you expect to buy that Birkin. The struggle really made me who I am. The chopper...
Yeah, you know what the other problem is that you have a lot of elements that are all in the middle, or like somewhere around here kind of thing, and you have all of this space here that's getting no love. So you want to address your stereo image a little bit more. You want to really spectralize it. Make this your canvas. The left and right image, you have so much sound to work with in all of these angles. So much space to fill in all of this angle. And you're using about that only. And then all of this stuff here is like just mute. So your track consists of this on the left and right spectrum. Mistake, my dude. There's a reason we humans have 2 ears. Maybe some of them don't, but most of them do, and we should take advantage of that. Create a soundscape. Create an image. The break. Let me hear this.
Guess that I'm second. Tints on my windows, I'm toting a weapon. Saving you, babe, then I'm gone like 11. Love when I'm around you, never thought I'd find you.
Right around this part here, on this part of the break, we need a new element. We need something that's going to tell us the song is still moving forward. We're not done yet. We're not finishing. We are starting a new thing. So a new musical element in this section, you just need to add something in there to continue the story, the musical story. Otherwise, it does feel flat and it doesn't feel like it's moving upwards. And last thing.
Now they all just say I get a band now.
Your vocals are sounding a little better in this section, but I think you can add better, you can mix them a little bit better in that they're a little loud now. I think they're coming in a little bit hot in this section. So you can maybe just back off of them. Maybe you record a double on top of it, like an identical double, so that you can turn them both down, but that it does boost the frequencies and it does like give you some harmonic distortion in your mix. Maybe just a double of the vocals there. I don't know. Maybe that's all it takes. But that's it, man. I'm going to also say one last thing here, Aries, and it's regarding your comment. I feel uncomfortable with the mix aside from production. I did everything else, including mine and my friend's vocals. I feel like this might be my worst song, and I just don't have the confidence to release it without feedback. So, first thing I'm going to say, if this is your worst song, congratulations. I've heard some raunchy shit on this stream. I've heard some bad stuff. And I mean, I've always been productive about it, but there is stuff that is way, way, way worse than this. So I hope that consoles you a little bit. But I will say this. Not having the confidence to release it without feedback. Some may say, no, man, ignore those negative instincts. Ignore those negative instincts. Just post it, live life, do your thing that you love. I think you have your right instincts. I think your skills are not yet arrived at a place where you can sort of just kind of say, I think I nailed it, without needing to like double check with someone, right? Let me give you an example, okay? The video that I showed on the stream before, this is the video, I don't know if you were here, Aries, for that, but like the video that I released that one of my idols just replied to in their chat. I keep saying that, but I'm again, like, it's not real to me. It's all a dream right now. That, in and of itself, the music part of it, I consulted no one. I didn't ask anyone for feedback. I recorded my thing. You've been here 2 hours. Well, I appreciate you being with us, my dude, first and foremost. That's like, on a human level, you're awesome. But I didn't consult anybody for the music. I recorded that on my own, no feedback, recorded, mixed, and mastered. I didn't need to ask anyone. I knew what needed to happen in that song. I just knew. Don't ask me how, it's just kind of instinct. But I know that I can hone those I've honed those instincts over the 20 plus years that I've been playing music, and the 15 that I've been playing them professionally. 12, 13 that I've been playing them professionally. I know that I can trust my instincts on that now. Now at 32 years of age. The second I started working on the video, I didn't know what I was doing. I needed to talk to my girlfriend who's more in cinema and stuff like that. I had no idea what was going on. I needed help. I asked my neighbor who's also in like visual effects. I needed advice. I needed help. And I knew that I needed it. Because the lack of confidence in some things is a tip-off for a lot of people. And this is sort of to everybody, not just you, Aries. If you've gotten to a point where you feel, I'm going to ask someone, do it. If you've gotten to a point where you feel, no, I'm good, still show someone. Okay? Because what I did musically, I did end up showing my girlfriend and stuff like that, and they just had no comments other than they really enjoyed it, and that's fine. But I wasn't really looking for that feedback because I didn't really think I needed it. However, if I had shown them the song and they had said, oh, there's that thing. What's that thing? Really important that I'm open to feedback still. Really, really important because I'm not perfect. And I know I've already heard several mistakes in this song that I released. I've heard several mistakes. And I now know that those mistakes are made. But if someone would have given me the feedback, those mistakes would not have appeared in the final version. But again, I was releasing it within 24 hours of having heard the song, so I was trying to challenge myself, and that's what happens. But your instinct to get feedback, keep that. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you, ignore your negative instincts, love yourself, submit music, put out the music you want, do the things you want. A lot of people are going to be saying that in your life. Hands down, a lot of people. Not all of them are right. Not all of them are right. A lot of them are talking because of their own sort of insecurities. A lot of people would have you release incomplete music because they don't know how to complete their own music. So, once you feel confident about something, still check, but then stop listening to your insecurities until you're confident. If you're not confident, then check either way. That's my thought. Either way, Aries, thank you very much for trusting us with your track. We're moving on down the line here, folks. Aries, feel free to stick around as we pursue the next one, which is Teddy Official. I don't even think Teddy Official is with us right now, if I'm being honest. Yeah, he is. He is in the chat. They are in the chat, I shouldn't assume. Well, I'm wrong. There you go. Thank you very much, Teddy. I just did not see you chat at all this entire time. So I'm really sorry if you're a quiet individual. I will be honest. Just pulling it up now. Aries, I hope that didn't, like, my goal here is not to discourage you. My goal is to have you pursue this in the most productive fashion possible. So not to constantly judge yourself. That's not the goal here. The goal is just be weary of people who don't want you to strive to be your best self. Because there are a lot of people that'll be like, you're good enough the way you are. Well, theoretically, in a theoretical world, maybe, in a much more real sense, everyone needs improvement. Why would we ever deprive ourselves of it? Anyways, that was my goal. I figured I'd explain my intentions. Here we got Humble by Teddy. So let's listen to 2 minutes of this. Well, it's pretty much the entire song. Let's listen to this thing. Let's listen to this thing, right? No, not at all. Give me the boost I needed to get back into it and tweak it and make the track as good as it can be. Then fucking do the thing. You can do the thing. Good isn't great. Precisely. But you can be great. It doesn't mean you can't be great if you are currently good. It just means you can be gooder. Let's listen to Humble by Teddy.
Got to be humble and remember your roots. If it weren't for the struggle, then you wouldn't be you. Jump on a beat and I'm speaking the truth. Bridges get burnt like weed in a zoo. Lend them a hand, they take an arm and a leg. Ain't it bizarre, them man are far from a friend. Bro told me I'm hard, but I'm far from my best. I'ma grow like bud and then harvest the rest. Life is a puzzle, every day's a new piece. I've been smoking too much, don't really get any sleep. Got my eyes on this girl, she got her eyes on me. She got a face for the movies and a crazy physique. Sitting round with real ones, no clowns in my team. Ain't it strange, life can change in the sound of a beat. I've been down, feeling like I drowned, but found with a peace. I'm climbing up this mountain, hoping that I'm crowned at the peak. Nah, they don't share the dream, I see them follow, but it's fake. Snakes trying to get a slice of what I make. I've been on the grind and they've been trying to ride my waves. I'm a rolling round at night and trying to find a light of day. I don't think we'll ever see a change, but I'ma make change and make this my world like Wayne's. Been a lost soul trying to figure out a path. That was a different road, I was taking what I can. You ain't got no hope if you're living in the past. Took a dough, I done F, but it wasn't in the plan. Got 'em on the ropes, they ain't really got the bars. But I'm different when I'm spitting, they listen and they're like, damn. He's hard, has he not a star, yet his flow's world class. Some say they see, but are they deceived? Nothing that you've seen is as it seems, but that's how it be. Stack my money, wanna be living comfy, all stress released, ain't it cheap? Had it talking but never make it be, that's not me. I'm playing for keeps like DBE, my destiny's upon me. I see it, just gotta take the leap. Got to be humble and remember your roots. If it weren't for the struggle, then you wouldn't be you. Jump on a beat and I'm bridges get burnt like weed in a suit. Lend them a hand, they take an arm and a leg. Ain't it bizarre,
Okay.
man, I'm far from a friend.
Nice outro. Nice outro. Okay. What's up, Edu? Thanks for following, man. I love you, bud. Nice to see you with us. Okay, Teddy, I gotta say, you're a very talented lyricist and you're a very talented rapper. Considering your friend did the rest, I got words for your friends, bro. I got words for your friend. The mix needs work. The mix needs some work. The arrangement is good. The places that the instruments happen and then cut away, they're well arranged. So the composition of the beat is well done. But the mix needs work. There are a lot of elements that are too quiet, a lot of elements that are too loud. Your vocals are not as tight and punchy sounding as they can be. Let me go back to a section here.
My waves, I'm a rolling round at night and trying to find a light of day. I don't think we'll ever see a change, but I'ma make change and make this my world like Wayne's.
Why does it sound like your vocal has gone through like a bit crusher or like something that creates the effect of your voices, like samples from your voice's track being removed? It sounds almost like it's been down-sampled, your vocal track a little bit. Sounds like there was my prediction. That wasn't my prediction. My prediction is that there was noise in the background that your buddy who's mixing this tried to remove from the background, and so it left all of the most that he could salvage from your vocals. Man, this has been a theme tonight here, guys. Recording quality is super important, and it's been a consistent theme tonight where I've heard several times that mic is your only interface between the digital self and the real physical self. That is called a transducer. That takes one form of energy and turns it into another. And it does it in a very specific way that if you don't respect the electronic principles of recording, you're gonna get a bad mix. Because you're gonna do all that you can to fix the vocals. And while you're fixing them, you're not mixing them. Guys, I'm not mad at you, Teddy, at all. Not at all. I think you're a great lyricist, actually. So I'm really happy that, again, I get to hear some of these great rappers. UK style rapping, it's one of my favorite sounds. I'm telling you, I fucking love Foreign Beggars, man. But it's just a shame when I hear the recording quality suffer, and then I'm like, I know that you can do nothing now that the vocals are already recorded, except, and this is going to be frustrating to you, Teddy, you should hit the booth again with a better engineer, someone who records the vocals better. Maybe your buddy can mix well. That's not evident to me. But maybe if you give him proper tracks, you can mix well. but I think you're going to need to re-record some of these vocals, and I think you're going to need a full remix of this track. Like, things are not in the right place, both in volume and in left and right. You're not taking advantage of your spectrum. The XY scale of things is not being juiced for all that it can be. And I'm telling you, my man, with your lyrics, it deserves to be. You deserve to have an engineer who can take all of your elements and paint a sonic picture that is so clear, vivid, and evocative. You deserve it. That's why I'm getting kind of energetic about this, because I think that you really need that for your art to shine. So, respect to your friend. It's always good to work with our friends. It's always fun. But if your friend can't step up to your level of rapping, you gotta find another friend, man. You can keep that friend. That's cool. You know, I'm not opposed to you having that as a... Don't have that guy as a friend! You don't want a person who doesn't mix super great as a friend. You know, have your friends, but work with pros. You're a pro. You should work with pros. That's all I gotta say about that. Thank you very much, Teddy Official, for allowing us to listen to the track online, provide feedback, comments, criticism, analysis, what have you. You are wonderful, and I think your lyrics are good. I think you reflect a theme through your lyrics. Also, you said too many things about smoking for me not to be, so let me smoke alongside you in support of your cause here, Teddy, because I think you got promise. I think you got potential. I think you should work with pros so that your potential actually matters. And as fast as possible. So thank you, Teddy Official, for trusting us with your track. My dude, it's always good to hear some good old UK rap. I love that shit, man. All right, Adequate Living Situation. Not seen for some time, I don't believe. And Sergeant Nordenstein's here too. Don't think I don't see you, Sergeant Nordenstein and Edu. Don't think I don't see you, motherfuckers. I don't know what time you guys are leaving, but depending on how fast this ends, I might be able to come and say hi, a physical hi. Just hi, digitally, just in case. Adequate Living Situation is not with us, so we're going to be moving the fuck down the line. Who's next? Mural OCT. I don't see them in the chat either. YV2D. Who is that? Who is YV2D? I don't know you. Do I know you? Have you been here before? Like, I feel like this is your first time in the chat, unless I'm mistaken about that, my dude. Forgive me if that's the case. Teddy Official, can you submit? It's Fernando! Oh my God! Wait, no, it's not? I don't know who it is then. I have no idea. Okay, if it is Fernando, then that makes 2 Brazilians in my chat. What's up, guys? How you doing? Teddy, can you submit another track? Unfortunately not. There's a one submission per day limit with good reason. Fernando from Portugal. From Portugal? Do I know a Fernando from Portugal? I'm so sorry. I don't know if I do. Yeah, there's a 1 per day limit, unfortunately, here, dude, because we do have a lot of people in the queue. And I know a lot of them actually dipped the fuck out, which is unfortunate, because that guy is another guy who is not in the chat right now. So we are skipping. I'll tell you what. If on this like tear of skips that we're about to do because people left, if there's no one that shows up, Teddy, if no one's here, which I think there's some people here still, then I will let you submit another song. If I go through everybody and there's no one here left. But Robert Burgi is not in the chat late either. I'm going to wait another 15 seconds to see if the chat is lying to me, but it's very possible we end this quite soon just because people are ducking out. Yep, that's it. Robert Burgi. Sorry, dude. You got to be here to get it. Jay the Dawn, if I'm not mistaken, is hanging out with us right now. although I don't see them in the chat. Damn. No people wanted to stay for their turn. What's the queue look like right now? Before I skip, again, let's just take a look at the overall, the big picture, if you will. Oh, damn! Hey, Lil Shino, you still with us, dude? I don't think so. Oh, shit. Well, Fernando from Portugal, I'm very sorry, my dude. I think you're going to be next right now, actually. And that means that for your case, Teddy, we are not going to be doing a second track, I'm afraid, my dude. This is the kind of thing that happens. YV2D, Fernando, go ahead and I believe you wanted to play a song, if I'm not mistaken. Was that you? Song request? No, I don't remember. I don't think it was you. No, it wasn't. You gave me a link. I just have it. I have it right here. Ignore what I'm saying. Inseparáveis and Valete. I don't know what that means. What is this? What is this? Well, it's Portuguese, and if I translate, it's gonna be bad. So, but okay, but what does it mean? I'm curious. I wish I spoke Portuguese. I speak a little Spanish, but I don't speak Portuguese, unfortunately. I should start to learn, though, with all of my friends who do speak Portuguese, mostly from Brazil. Shout outs, Edu. What you guys up to? You guys playing Red Dragon Inn right now? You and Sergeant Nordenstein? Well, I can translate the lyrics, Mike. Sure, if you want to. But it won't be accurate. Okay, I understand. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just listen to 2 minutes of this song. We're gonna hear how it sounds. We're gonna give you our thoughts on the music of it. We're not gonna listen to lyrics because, you know what I mean? Who am I? ¿Quién eres? That's Spanish. I still fuck up. All right, let's listen to this song and let's talk about it.
Por medo abdicamos de admirar as maravilhosas paisagens que existem para além da fronteira do temor.
Ideologia sem ação é fraude ideológica. Orgasmo sem amor é só descarga fisiológica. Eu vim da privação e dos subsídios. Tu estás uma depressão do suicídio. Tenho genes de legionário. Sou um gênio visionário em qualquer género literário. Tenho moles gramaticais em folhos emocionais. Meus olhos são funerais. Da Maia ensina a dureza. Cêntimos a chocar no teu bolso é um hino à pobreza. Tu estás uma fala de ser escória. Eu estou uma bala de entrar na história. Rima azeda, não me rebaixo. Só perdas onde me estás. Não sou de esquerda, sou de baixo, claro. A autoestima dos teus é óbvio. Só Deus tem amor próprio. Na Tuga o meu pai foi só um rafeiro. Só o coveiro é que foi hospitaleiro. Estudam-me como se fossem filólogos e todos olham para mim como se fossem psicólogos. Sou poeta do motim, a meta não tá no fim. Minha meta é chegar a mim, claro. Correrei corrosivo, rei incorruptível. Eu morrerei vivo. Teus sonhos defraudaram. Mudaram os teus sonhos ou foram os sonhos que te mudaram? Diz-me. Obstinação de Galileu. Se eu for como toda a gente, quem será como eu?
Para além da fronteira do temor. Por medo abdicamos de admirar as maravilhosas paisagens que existem para além da fronteira do temor.
Wow, that's well produced. Sounds thick and juicy. Sounds big. Sounds like everything needs to be right where it needs to be. There's only very few minor details. What are you saying about this? It's not accuracy. The song talks about my father. It's about cancer and depression. I'm very sorry to hear about that. I don't necessarily. We don't need to talk about that if you don't want to talk about it. But either way, sadness is such a powerful thing for creativity. Unfortunately, it is unfortunate that it is so potent as a tool for artists to express themselves. It just comes from deep within you. It moves you genuinely. It affects you really, but like for real. And I'm like, you know, I have hard time finding words on how much I hate that. I wish we could only write music about good things. Well, Mike, is life but one dedication to him? Inseparables is inseparable. That's nice. That's really nice. I think that's a lovely notion. Let's talk about your song for a moment. First of all, like I've already said, it sounds production-wise really close to done. It looks like there's not much that's going to be done to this. There's a few things. I don't love the reverb choice for your voice. It's short. It's kind of like swirly and not big, but not small either. It sounds kind of in the middle, but super short. It's like a gated reverb of sorts. And I don't love that it's so short for a gated reverb. It's almost as if it's not there, but it is there. And I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to beef up your own voice, but I think there's a better reverb sound to do that, like an ambient room reverb that just adds a little bit of like, not even echo or reverb, but like just room tone, as if you're in a treated room. I think that there's better reverbs to accomplish that effect. And then if you wanted, which is another comment that I have for you, to add every now and then for keywords, delay, so like echo, so that your last word of a phrase sort of delays out a little bit and it fills some empty spaces. Because I do notice in a lot of these places, there are some empty vocal spaces that are like kind of a little awkward. Let's listen to one, I think.
Minha meta é chegar a mim, claro. Correrei corrosivo, rei incorruptível, eu morrerei vivo. Teus sonhos defraudaram, mudaram os teus sonhos ou foram os sonhos que te mudaram, diz-me. Obstinação de Galileu, se eu for como tu.
That last one wasn't bad, but there was a couple in a row. We're just missing a lead element. We're just missing something in the foreground. Like your track is dropping out in terms of energy, and maybe your vocals, again, I wish I could understand the words to see if it has the impact so that those breaks are justified. But I think we need more like either delay from your last word so that it sort of claro, 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 like kind of fills the space a little bit, or you add in what you said, more ambient vocals, some like hey, maybe some lead elements, some lead vocal lines. If you could get like a female singer, there's one in there going ooh, ooh, that's nice. But if you can get someone to just add in like a hey, hey, you like those little elements just here and there injected between your vocals, it's going to make your song just continuously energetic and building so that when you do come to this break here, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be super chill and it's going to be super quiet, but your song is very like heavy and like does have this like really juicy feel. And whenever that juicy feel gets sucked out, I'm kind of like, I don't know what, but something needs to be here. That's what I think. But that's it, man. I don't have much to say because there's not much to say about this. It sounds like if you were to release this tomorrow, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I think there was a little bit more work to do, but like, it's good enough. I guess. I prefer for good enough is not great, as we mentioned before. So I'd prefer for your track to be great, but it's certainly on its way. As a matter of fact, it's very close to greatness. So I don't think that there's much more to be done here. I just think you take those notes, you tweak them, you give yourself a better ambient room sound for your vocals, you put a couple of more effects on your vocals in strategic moments, and if you want, you can even get some improv, some ambience, whatever it is, to insert in some of those spaces instead of delay. You alternate between the two as two tools that you can use for this effect. I think you're gonna achieve great things with this song. And I'm gonna show my buddy down my neighbor, who's Brazilian and who speaks Portuguese, obviously. But I have a buddy who speaks Portuguese and is from Brazil, and his name is Fernando as well. So I'm sorry that I confused the two of you, but I appreciate you either way being here with us, YV2D. I appreciate you submitting the song, allowing us to listen to it, to provide comments, criticism, feedback, what have you. My condolences, of course. It's never easy to go through stuff like that, and the way that you're expressing yourself is, I think, a beautiful way. And you have really like a nice rapping voice. So keep doing it, keep getting better at it, tweak your song, make it the best it can be, and I hope I can see you again soon, man. Either way, thank you for trusting us with your track. We are moving on. I don't think we have many left. I only think we have one left, if I do recall correctly. And I don't know if Lil Shino's with us right now, so it might be the last one that we come to on this particular evening. Yeah, I believe that's it, guys. Sorry. I have this weird way of scratching my ears. Guys, that's it. That's pretty much what we've done. We went through the entire list. The queue is empty, and we are going to go ahead and close it. I'm very, very grateful on this, my streamiversary, that I decided to just jump on impulsively for a couple of hours. Many a great thing has happened today. We've listened to some of the most interesting music ever. We've listened to some songs that need feedback. We've learned a lesson about recording quality. Guys, let me give you the phrase of the evening. Shit in, shit out. That implies that if you record something poorly, it doesn't matter how much work you do to the end product, you're getting a crap result because what you're working with is crap. So you might as well re-record it because it's just gonna be better. It's unfortunate that it's not the first time you have to do this work, but it's much more worth it. And that, I think, is the big lesson for a lot of all of us here. Once more, guys, I appreciate your being here with me on this my affiliate anniversary. I'm grateful to every single one of you, and I'm also grateful. Thank you, Sam Riegel. Thank you, Sam Riegel. I can't believe I'm saying this, and actually, I'm serious about it. Thank you, Sam Riegel, for stopping by and gracing us with your wonderful presence. Hope you're doing well, also. And thank you to all whom were with us on this evening. I will once more shamelessly play the song that I am now currently sort of promoting on social media platforms. Go check it out on my studio.mic YouTube, which is right there in the chat, right there. Go check it out on Reddit, the Studio Mic Reddit, which had just popped up at the same time. Holy shit, how did that happen? And go check it out on Instagram? No, okay, it didn't work. But I will play you out on this note, and then from there, we will call it a good evening. So thank you all. We appreciate you. We will see you most likely on Tuesday. But until then, toodaloo, motherfuckers. Take care, y'all.
Well, it caught me by surprise when I looked into the eyes of a girl so beautiful and so delightful. With luscious hair and crimson skin, her passion knows no bounds. You'll fall in love with this courtesan tonight. She's your ruby, a singer by the sea, fulfilling all your fantasies. You're the ruby. If you follow down her horns, they'll always lead to more. Ruby, ruby, ruby. Ruby.
Hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Good times. These are the good times. Leave your cares behind. These are the good times.
I said a hip hop, a hippie to the hip hip hoppy. You don't stop, a rocker to the bang bang boogie. So up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie that beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and be the groove. And my friends are gonna try to move your feet. Steady walks wearily down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah.